All right, hi everyone. So today we are going to start with the pre-scene discussion relevant for September 25 exam. And is there anyone in the session who has not yet read the pre-scene or the industry analysis which I had shared? Okay, is there anyone, Bhumi, Arbaz, Sona, everyone has read the pre-scene, right? As well as the industry analysis that I have shared in the group? Yes, everyone? Okay, all right, okay. So this is the pre-scene that we will be discussing today. And just give me 1 second. I'll be sharing agenda as well. What are we going to cover in today's and tomorrow's session? All right, okay. So now we are going to start with the session, and I hope everyone is good. So how is the revision going on? Everyone, Kunal, Madhu, Muskan.
It's going good, ma'am. I'm doing it along with the APM, so I'm practicing
Good,
mocks.
but I think you didn't send me any mocks, right? Did you?
Yeah, I couldn't send it that time. I had some personal issues,
Right.
so I couldn't complete it at that point of time. But I compared it with the marks you'd allocated to other students. So basis that
so
I
how you wish? Okay. You are self-evaluated, right? If you want, you can still send me. See, if I find time after the pre-scene sessions, I might still evaluate it, right?
okay, I'll send it across now.
All right, okay. Hi, Vishali, how are you? Tuisha, Tushar, how is everything? Uday, tell me, how did you find the pre-scene first of all? You have read this pre-scene. It's a very simple pre-scene. So how did you find it? Have you done any research? Kuch kiya hai abhi tak? Just tell me. Everyone. It's an open question to everyone.
मैम ब्लू एप्रॉन कंपनी का एक वीडियो देखा जिसमें उसका इंडस्ट्री एनालिसिस था। उनका ये एनालिसिस था जो मैंने एक मार्क किया कि इनका रिपीट कस्टमर रेट हमेशा ग्रोथ उसका डाउन ही जाता है। ये उनका जनरल एक एनालिसिस था, ये इंडस्ट्री का।
हाँ ठीक है, but MC companies retention rate is still better than the industry.
Better, yes.
Right. So we are still better. Okay. Anyone has done any research? Everyone has read the industry analysis which I had shared. Everyone. No one in the session who has not read the time. All right. Okay. So now we are going to start with the scene. Pertains to the meal kit industry. So as you can see on the screen, we are going to discuss the meal kit industry. So the agenda for today would be that I would be discussing this pre-scene. Okay, we'll be decoding the pre-scene first. Then we are going to discuss some questions, some possible questions, possible answers. Okay. Now, apart from Vishali, anyone has found the Porter's diamond, Porter's 5 forces of this industry? Have you done anything so far?
I tried applying the Porter's diamond and 5 forces, but
Porter's diamond and 5 forces.
Yeah, and even the pestle model. But
pestle
again,
model.
According to my research, I wasn't able to get detailed answers. I think that we would get based on the exhibit. So I've done the basic research on the models and made some notes for my own self.
All right, okay. Fine. Now you don't actually have to do any research. Okay, I'll be sharing everything with you. So don't do any further research. Okay, all the possible questions, possible answers, I'll be sharing with you. So this was the index in front of us. Okay, we'll be first discussing something around the industry, and then the specific company, which is MC company, menu craft company. So do you have any doubts in the pre-scene first of all? I'm going to read it once more. Okay, we are going to decode it now further. Okay, now the company name is MenuCraft MC. So in your answers, you can use the term MC also instead of using MenuCraft in your answers. MenuCraft is a meal kit business operating in the country of Ireland. Okay, it's Ireland. So remember the country name as well and the company name, which has a population of nearly 40 million people. Okay, it has a population of 40 million people. This is a fact which needs to be memorized. MC was established 15 years ago. It's not a startup. It's an old company. It's an established business. It has since grown to become the second largest meal kit business operating in the country. So we are the second largest. Based on customer numbers and revenue, So now if there is a question to assess the macro environment, okay, if there's a question to assess the macro environment, we can use PESTLE, and we have some information around. So when they ask you PESTLE, at least we have some information like, okay, from here we can't use anything, right? But it is a well-developed economy. So later we'll see. Ireland is a well-developed country. So we can use this part in the economic factor of PESTLE. Fine. Now comes the meal kit industry. The meal kit service is a convenient and time-saving solution to cook a healthy and nutritious homemade meal. This service delivers pre-proportioned ingredients. So pre-proportion means pre-proportion, anyone?
Proportion in maybe in terms of quantity also, and in terms of nutrition also, like some amount of protein, some amount of carbs, or some amount of green vegetables, etc.
So it has been quantified. Okay, it has been quantified, and then they deliver it to us in raw form itself, right? So for example, we are being delivered cut potatoes, sliced tomatoes, some meat, okay, maybe some cut pieces of meat. Okay, now it is ready to cook. We can cook it, we can eat it. It's not ready to eat, okay, but it is ready to cook. And this service delivers pre-proportioned ingredients, which are divided into equal parts, and step-by-step recipe instructions. So there's a recipe card also which is given to us, so that someone who is a newbie who doesn't know how to cook can also cook using the recipe instructions, right? So what all forms part of the product? So if I talk about the marketing mix means the 7 P's, right? Now the first P is the product. So what exactly are we serving? We are serving, first of all, the pre-proportioned ingredients along with the recipe. Step-by-step recipe instructions directly to customers' home in a meal kit box. Most meal kit businesses operate on a subscription basis. So their revenue model, their business model is subscription-based model. Just like Netflix, this is a subscription-based model. Means you need to subscribe maybe for a month or maybe for 2 months minimum. It is what is the minimum subscription period and the maximum subscription period. That's not given to us, but it's on subscription basis. Customers subscribe to a delivery of prepared recipe ingredients which make up a meal, which they can select from a wide range of options available on the meal kit business website or mobile app. Okay, so here we are talking about not the MC company in specific, we're talking about the industry. So industry uses a website as well as a mobile app. We don't know whether MC has a website or not. Likely, see, we would have either a website or an app, because it is a pure online business, right? So we have either a website or an app or both, but I think it's not mentioned anywhere. Okay, what exactly do we have? A meal kit box will normally contain the following things. First is the produce which needs to be kept chilled, such as meat, dairy, and fish. Okay. These are kept in a chill box, which contains an ice pack, which keeps the produce fresh during the delivery. Okay. Now, if you remember, this chill box is reusable by the customers, right? Customers can reuse it for their own personal use. So maybe when there is a question on, when there's a question on how to save the environment, what to do for the environment, maybe we can ask customers to return these chill boxes to us and return the outer boxes to us, so that these can be reused, recycled by us and reused again. And if customers return these chill boxes and outer boxes to us, we will be giving them a discount on the next offer, on the next order, right? So this is one step how we can save the environment. We can reduce the carbon emissions. Next is long life produce, such as tinned. Tin, you understand, right? Canned products, right? Which are placed in a can box. Long life produce, such as tinned products, rice, pasta, dried herbs, spices selected and mixed specifically for the selected recipe. So they will not just give you the basic ingredients like potatoes and all. They will also give you sauces. They will give you spices mixed in the right proportions. You don't have to do the weighing and all. You simply need to pour it into the pan and cook it, right? Next is fresh and short life produce such as fruits, vegetables, and bread. And next is the recipe card, which provides step-by-step written pictorial instructions also. Pictorial instructions on how to prepare the meal using all the pre-measured ingredients contained in the meal kit box. Now comes the market review. At the end of 2024, the global meal kit industry was worth over $25 billion and is predicted to grow to over $75 billion in the next decade. So currently we are standing at 25 billion, and in the next 10 years, we are going to become $75 billion. So there's going to be an increase of 50 billion, right? 50 billion increase. So it is a 200% increase. So the market growth rate is high. The market growth rate is high. Now, see, you know what? BCG, the chances that BCG will be tested is very low. Okay, why? Because of reasons. First, BCG already got tested in the last sitting. Okay, so last time we predicted that BCG would come. We even prepared a proper answer for the same and it got tested. So last time it was a footwear industry. So the chances BCG is going to be tested this time is low. It might be because we don't have any 4 product categories also, right? We don't have many product categories. So, but if it all tested, then rate is high, right? And the market growth rate is high. And also use statistics in your answer when you mention that the market growth rate is high. There's no need to calculate the market growth rate as such. You can simply mention that today we are standing at 25 billion and next 10 years we are going to be 75 billion. So the market growth is very high. Yes, Sona, yes.
So after this session, just like you're explaining that say if BCG is tested, you can write these points. So will you share some notes related to this,
Yes,
or
yes.
should we just write it down in our notebook as of now?
Okay, no need to write anything. I'll be testing this. Okay. But let me just what my feeling is BCG is not going to be tested. Okay, but
No, it's not
I'll be
about
sharing my notes.
BCG. Yeah, in general, that if this question comes, you have to write this facts from the pre-scenes.
Definitely.
Okay.
I'll be sharing everything. Okay, no need to write. So just listen. No need to write anything. No need to take any screenshots. Okay. Now the first meal kit business was Freshie. Okay. Freshie was the first business which was established 70 years ago in the neighboring country of Ghana. Okay, fine. So this was the very first business, very first company. And after that means 2 years later, we also got established because we were established 15 years ago. Freshie was established 17 years ago. And after a year of this company MC establishing, other meal kit businesses also started flourishing. So within 3 years of Freshie's establishment and driven by the success of the Freshie's business model, many more meal kit businesses began operating across the world. Some of the most successful businesses, including Freshie, have gone on to become global businesses operating in multiple continents. Okay, so Freshie is a global company because it is operating in Ghana also, it is operating in Ireland also, and other more countries, we don't know about that, but it's a global company. Meal kits have proved to be popular as they offer customers a convenient and priced alternative to physically shopping for separate ingredients. So why people go for meal kits is, first of all, you get to cook on your own, right? You get to cook on your own. So people who want to learn cooking can learn how to cook, and people who want to cook at home can cook at home. But all the time which goes waste in physically shopping for ingredients gets saved. Okay, and sometimes what happens is you just need let's say a small amount of sauce, right? You just need a small amount of sauce for a recipe. But if you go and shop, you need to purchase the whole bottle, right? Which wastes resources. And so even that wastage is prevented if you purchase a meal kit, because meal kit will be giving you the right amount of sauce. You don't have to invest in a whole sauce bottle. So meal kits prove to be popular because they are convenient, they are reasonably priced, and they save our time. They also limit the amount of food waste for the customer. As I said before, we need to purchase the whole sauce bottle, and usually the other one gets expired in next 6 months or 1 year, right? So this food wastage also gets prevented. They also limit the amount of food waste for the customer, as ingredients for each recipe are carefully measured by the meal kit provider, avoiding the need for customers to purchase packs of an ingredient when only a small amount is required in a recipe. That's true. Sometimes you're making pizzas, you need jalapenos, you just need a very small amount, but then you need to purchase the entire bottle, which is expensive and goes to waste. MC was the first meal kit business established in this country, a country with a well-developed economy. So if at all they test pestle, you can mention this in the E factor, right? Where 75% of the population lives and works in urban towns and cities. Now we want people to stay in urban areas. For my business, I want them to work. I want them to be busy, right? I want my population, my audience to work. I want my population to be busy so that they can consume my meal kits. So 75% are staying in urban areas. So I can again put this in the E factor. Busy work and family lives and the desire to eat quick and easy to prepare home food rather than takeaways. So I don't want to take away it. I mean, I don't want to purchase ready-made food from outside. I want to cook it at home. It has driven the popularity of meal kits in Ireland. Meal kits have proved to be particularly popular with young professionals and families. Okay. Young professionals and families. So working people and families prefer meal kits. There are currently 4 main businesses which produce and sell meal kits in Ireland. Okay, so the if a question gets tested on Porter's 5 forces, so one of the forces is existing rivalry, right? So in this we can mention that we have 4 large competitors in Ireland. Freshey is the only global business, while the other 3 companies operate only in Ireland. So Freshey is in Ireland also, and Freshey is in other countries also. So if we talk about Ireland, we have got 4 companies, 4 big companies, okay, which are MC Food Dropper, iMeals, and Freshey. These are the 4 companies. There are also several smaller meal kit companies which either operate regionally. Okay, now they don't operate nationally, means they are just serving maybe 1 or 2 cities only in Ireland, not the entire country. Okay. So there are also several smaller companies which operate regionally or offer a bespoke service focused on specific dietary requirements. For example, offering a fully vegan range of recipes. So basically, see, we are a company, we are not providing, now tell me, is MC providing a standard meal kit, or are we providing, tailored or niche? Are we a niche segment, or are we providing a standard product? Yes, tell me. Yes,
Standard.
anyone? Kunal is saying standard. We are providing a standard product, but there are some smaller companies who are providing niche recipes like fully vegan or fully diabetic friendly, or maybe dairy free, or maybe meat free, vegetarian, pure vegetarian, right? So this is one area where we can improve, right? This is one area where we can improve. As of now, we are providing standard product, okay? But in order to maximize revenue, we also can launch a new range of meal kits which are basically meant for the healthy. Yes, no, it's not an opportunity. It's not an opportunity, but if we want to compete with these smaller companies who are providing tailored products, then we can even launch a new product range. Okay, maybe a vegan range, a fully vegetarian range, or maybe a gluten-free range. Okay. Or maybe low carb, low fat range for the health conscious. So we can provide these kind of products also. Okay. So if they ask you Porter's 5 forces, we can mention this in the existing rivalry. Now, please remember, Freshey is in Ireland also. Freshey is in Gamma country also and Ireland also. Freshey is MC's largest competitor. Okay. Entering the Ireland market within 1 year of MC being established. Freshey, okay. See, Freshey was established 17 years ago. In which country? Gamma. 2 years later, MC got established in Ireland. And within 1 year of MC being established in Ireland, Freshey also entered the Ireland market. All right. So Freshey is new. Freshey came later than us in Ireland. However, despite Freshey being an internationally known brand, MC has managed to maintain a strong competitive position and has established itself as a well-respected local brand throughout Ireland. Okay, people like us because we are local, means we are from the very country where we are operating. Okay, now let's see the meal kit market share. Okay, if I talk about if I talk about MC, we have 24% share. Freshey has 35% share. iMeals 13%, Food Dropper 17%, and other small companies 11%. Okay. Let's see the meal kit customer growth. Okay, so this is the number of customers. So as of 2024, more than 20 lakh customers consume meal kits. Okay, this is not a data only for MC. This is for all the meal kit companies. So in total, in the country Ireland, in 2024, there were 20 lakh people who were consuming meal kits. So this is the meal kit customer growth. Fine. This is more than 20 lakhs. Now comes the meal kit options. Meal kit customers in Ireland are increasingly looking for meal options which suit their dietary requirements. Yes, Pratyush, now you can say this. It is an opportunity. It is an opportunity for us to do market segmentation. Okay. Our company is giving a standard meal kit. Okay. We are not doing any segmentation as such. We are just producing a standard product. But now we have an opportunity to produce very tailored meal kits for the diet conscious. This has led to meal kit businesses offering a wide range of meal kit menu choices to align with individual dietary needs, preferences, and tastes. This includes vegetarian, no meat or fish, vegan, no meat, fish, dairy, okay, gluten-free diets, okay, and low fat and low carb diets. So market segmentation question is possible. Okay. Just give me 1 second. There is a possible question around market segmentation because we are not doing any market segmentation. Okay, so let me just add it here. Market segmentation question can come. The question could be, what is the basis of market segmentation? What are the various bases of market segmentation? Or another question could be, what are the benefits, maybe some pros and cons of market segmentation? If at all we do it, then what are the possible problems and possible benefits? Okay. Now next part is the meal kit subscription process. Below is a description of the process of subscribing to a meal kit service through a meal kit business app or website. Okay. As of now, I don't know whether we have an app or website or both, but we will see this later in the unseen. The subscription process allows the customers a large degree of flexibility in the size, type, and the frequency of the meal kit boxes. Is it given? Okay. So maybe we don't have an application. Okay, maybe Shraman, I'll see this later.
Under the
Maybe
million brief which is given that we have
website extracts now.
Yes, ma'am.
So we have a website, but do we have an app or not? This is something missing.
Oh, that's right.
Okay.
No,
So
app was
website
not
is
given.
there. App is not given. So maybe we don't have an application. So again, another possible question, let me just write it down. Okay. Another possible question could be the benefits of investing in a mobile app. Okay. Now below is a description of the process of subscribing to a meal kit service through a meal kit business app or website. Subscription process allows the customers to a large degree of flexibility. You know, there's an option overload. We have a lot of options actually. Now we have to see, are the customers getting confused? Are there a lot of options? So one option is related to the size of the meal kit box. Means you want it for 1 person, 2 people, 3 people, 4 people. Okay. So if I'm a family of 4, maybe I want a meal kit for 4 people. So the size would be that. Type, okay, what type? We don't know what exact type they're talking about, but maybe vegan, non-vegan. And the frequency of the meal kit boxes. So I want this meal kit once a week or once in 2 weeks. So what is the frequency? Subscriptions can be cancelled at any time by the customer. So if I have taken a subscription, I want to cancel it. Maybe I took it in the month of January. Maybe let's say December end, December 30th, I started the subscription. I placed the orders like I got the meal kits for the month of January and February. But in the month of February, or let's say on the 28th of Feb, I cancelled my subscription. Okay. I cancelled my subscription, so the company has lost the customer. Okay, now what are the stages of ordering? Okay. Stage number 1 is, first, if I am a customer, I will be setting up an account through the website or the app. I will enter my personal details, the address, payment details. Okay, payment details have to be put. Why? Because it's a subscription model. So just a second. It's a subscription model. So there will be auto renewal, right? So I need to, yeah. Now see this. This is stage number 1. Stage number 1 is setting up the account. Next is stage number 2. Select the subscription preference. First, I have to choose the meal kit size. Meal kit portion size. I want it for 1, 2 people or 4 portions per meal kit. Okay, so there are no options for 3 people. Okay, 1, 2, and 4. 1 portion serves 1 person per meal. Next is the meal kit preference. I want vegetarian, vegan, gluten-free, etc. Next is the meal kit recipe. Normally 2, 3, or 4 recipes per meal kit delivery. So does anyone know the meaning of this part? What is this meal kit recipe?
Ma'am, they are offering a package based on the recipe. Suppose the recipe for 1 person, it require 100 grams of a veggie. Then they they wash, chop, and prepare and pack it, and they give us a bunch of such packs based on the recipe.
No, but they're saying they are gonna give you 3 options: 2 recipes per meal kit, 3 recipes per meal kit, or 4 recipes per meal kit.
Ma'am, it can mean that we can make 2, 3, or 4 different recipes from the ingredients given in the meal kit.
Correct. So see, if I get cut potatoes, okay, I get cut potatoes and cut beans. Okay, for example, I got cut potatoes and cut beans. So maybe I can make a beans and potato veggie. I can make it in a form of a salad. So I can make 2, 3 recipes out of it. So let's say I've got cut potatoes. So I can use it in making some curry, some vegetable curry. I can make French fries out of it. I can make some other dish out of it. So that's what they mean. That from a single meal kit, I can cook 2, 3 different types of recipes. I can cook 2, 3 different types of food, right? So that's what they mean with this. Next is meal kit delivery frequency. Meal kit delivery frequency will be 1 per week, or 1 every 2 weeks, or one per month. So, see, it's not every day. Okay, if I want it on a daily basis, I'm not getting that option. Maybe because, see, ideally it should be every day, right? I mean, why not every day? So they want to save the transportation cost, the logistic cost. A lot of packaging would be there involved there. If they keep delivering on a daily basis, there will be a lot of packaging cost that they want to save. There will be a lot of fuel consumption during the transportation, lot of carbon emissions, right? So maybe in order to save all those costs and in order to stay environmental friendly, they have this option of one per week delivery. Okay, not daily delivery, but one per week. So maybe it's a large meal kit which will go for a month. Sorry, which I can use for a week. So maybe it is a maybe I'll get a lot of eggs, a lot of cut potatoes, a lot of cut beans, a lot of sauces, which I can use for the entire week, right? So maybe for this reason, just to save the packaging costs, transportation costs. Yes.
Excuse me, ma'am. But they have mentioned that one portion serves only one person per meal in the meal kit portion size. So it means that it can be used for only one meal, right?
No, that is okay. But then I'm gonna order 20 such kits, 30 such kits. Na? There will be option. Okay. See, it's a subscription based model. So in advance, I know I have a family of 3. Okay. So in advance, I'm going to decide that I want 20 kits. It will come in one go. Okay, let's say every Monday the kit is going to come, but it's not going to be one kit. It's going to be maybe 20 kits, which will run for a week. But the delivery frequency is one per week, but I can order as many kits as I want to. So no restriction on that. Okay. Meal kit delivery frequency. This is the problem which companies like Blinkit is facing. Why? Because they are doing 5-10 minute delivery, right? So they are emitting a lot of carbon emissions. Okay. But on the other hand, companies like Big Basket, they are able to save the transportation, fuel and cost to some extent. So, okay. Now, please remember this. Remember this data. This is very, very important. Next is the confirmation or cancellation of order. So once you have done all this, either you confirm the order or you can even cancel the order. Now, at least 48 hours before the required delivery date. Okay. So if I have to cancel the order, just a second, at least 48 hours before the required delivery date. Okay. Confirm the meal kit delivery selection and confirm the required delivery date. All right. Okay. So if I want something today, I have to order at least 48 hours before the required delivery date. And I need to confirm it. Then I also have the option to cancel it if I do not want it at all now, forever. In the future, I don't want it. I want to cancel my subscription. I can do that. Or I want to suspend the delivery. I mean, I want a delivery at a later date. Maybe, every Monday I used to get the meal kit, but one given Monday, I'm sick, or maybe I'm not in my house, I'm outstation. So I can postpone the delivery. I can suspend the delivery. I will not cancel it in that case. I will simply change the delivery date. I will put a later date so that the delivery is not cancelled but suspended. It is on hold, or maybe, I just want to defer it, right? Okay, so this is the subscription process. Next is the key drivers in the growth of the meal kit market. Now, what are the key drivers which basically grow this market? First is convenience and time saving. By delivering pre-proportioned ingredients and step-by-step recipe instructions, meal kits eliminate the need for customers to plan and shop for the ingredients. It saves my shopping time, planning time. This is particularly important for time-constrained business professionals and families. People who are working don't get time to shop. People who are maybe not working, but they also sometimes don't get time to shop. So, okay. Next is the quality. Another reason why companies So you can call them as critical success factors. Okay, we have read this in BPP. Critical success factors. So one critical success factor is quality. Most meal kit customers expect their meals to be made from fresh, high quality ingredients, which many meal kit businesses achieve through partnering with local farmers and suppliers. This ensures the freshest produce is included in the kits. So why people purchase from meal kit companies is they use the freshest ingredients and to maintain high quality. Next is they also offer a lot of menu variety and customization. Meal kit businesses offer a diverse menu selection which attracts and retains customers who are looking for a range of recipes from many worldwide cuisines and recipes which match their dietary preferences and requirements. So as of now, we are not doing this. MC is not doing this. Okay, we are not providing any tailored products. We are just pushing the standard product. Okay. Okay. So we have got many recipes, many menus to choose from, right? So every week, these companies come out with different recipes so that there's no boredom at all. I get to taste different varieties. Next is it is cost effective. It is essential for the meal kit businesses to strike the correct balance between offering the value for money and maintaining a reasonable price point for their meal kits. Customers are likely to remain loyal if they perceive the kits to be cost effective compared to dining out or having to shop for the ingredients. Okay. So meal kit companies, they are offering these 4 benefits to the customers. And for this reason, customers are attracted to the meal kit companies. However, despite its growing popularity, the meal kit industry still accounts for a very small proportion of the overall food sales market globally. Means out of the total food sales happening, whether it is through, whether it is ready-made food or whether it is raw food or whether it is ready-to-cook food, out of the total food market, we have captured just 1.5%. The meal kit companies have captured just 1.5% of this food market globally, right? Therefore, the meal kit businesses recognize that there is still a significant opportunity to develop and grow the meal kit market. Okay, so there's a lot of scope because we have captured just 1.5% of the food market globally. Industry challenges and developments. First challenge that we are facing is intense competition. There are already several meal kit businesses operating in Ireland, and one of these, Freshie, is large internationally renowned business with a large corporate backing. Corporate backing means Freshie has a large corporate investor, which is invested in Freshie. Also, the heat and eat market. What is heat and eat?
The food is already cooked and we have to just heat it before eating.
So even the heat and eat market is popular with customers in Ireland. Heat and eat meals are different from meal kit boxes in that they are fully prepared meals which require the customer to heat up it in the oven or microwave. There is no need for the customer to undertake any preparation of ingredients. Many supermarkets offer a wide range of heat and eat products. So if Porter's 5 forces gets tested, we can mention in the threat of substitutes. Threat of substitutes that there are so many substitutes to our products. One is the heat and eat. Okay, heat and eat is also one substitute. Then people preparing food, preparing food from scratch. That is also one competition. Okay, next is supermarkets have recognized the threat posed by online meal kit companies, and some supermarkets have recently started offering their own lines of meal kit options in store and online. So in the threat of substitutes, you can also mention that even the supermarkets have also started selling their own meal kits, okay, which improve their visibility in the supermarkets. So this is the first problem that we are facing, intense competition. Next is customer retention. Customer attraction and acquisition has been relatively straightforward for many meal kit companies with wide marketing and social media coverage, okay, through their online channels. Now, we don't know how much of social media marketing are we doing, how much digital marketing we are doing. We'll see this in the unseen. However, customer retention has proved difficult for most of the businesses, with many customers switching frequently to obtain new customer discounts and offers from competitors, and other customers finding a subscription service too expensive or restrictive. Again, Porter's 5 forces. What is the bargaining power of customers? It's quite high. Okay. People are price sensitive. They are switching to the other brands which offer them customer discounts, or maybe joining discounts. So the bargaining power is quite high, right? Customers are price sensitive, and they frequently switch to new companies for new customer discounts. And other customers also leave us because they find our service too expensive or too restrictive. Yeah, it could be restrictive. How? Any guesses how this subscription model could be restrictive?
Order for a week and they have to cancel before 48 hours. So that can keep the customers hooked to the brand for some time, even if the brand is not that good. Or if they've already...
Okay, any other way how it could be restrictive? Any other guesses?
Many
See,
of
one
the
thing I
customers
found
would
is
like to go for one time only, but subscription is like you will have to buy for more times, like for a month. But if any customer is looking just for one time, okay, for today only I want, or for 2 times only I want, like this.
Correct. See, another problem is that, let's say I ordered a meal kit on Monday. Okay. Now in this meal kit, I got potatoes, beans, and some pulses and all. Now I have to cook from the same thing, right? For the rest of the week. Right. I have to cook from the same ingredients rest of the week. Okay. I mean, you need to order so many meal kits, and this is one thing. And secondly, I need to stick to the company now for the entire month at least. So I can't change. If I want to shop on my own, I cannot do that. Why? Because I already have a lot of ingredients at my home. They will go waste. So, and if I got something on Monday, I need to use the same ingredients for the entire week. I need to cook recipes, more or less same recipes every day. So that
Archana,
becomes monotonous.
Archana, so when we are ordering, say, 20 kits in one go, so can't we order 20 different kits instead of ordering same kit 20 packets?
It will be different only.
But
It will be
then what you are saying is that, say, we have ordered potatoes, veggies, and we have to cook for the entire week, then
restrictive in the sense that, I have to plan a lot in advance. And let's say if I have ordered, let's say maybe 5 different recipes, okay, maybe 5 different food types I have ordered, but then now I planned this in advance, and I need to keep using it for the next week. Maybe if I had a change of plan, or if I have to go outside, or maybe I don't feel like eating it. So now I basically don't get an option to change it every day.
Understood.
Right. I mean, you have to do a lot of planning. See, what will I feel like eating in the rest of the week? Okay, Tushar, you were saying something? Yes. Yes, absolutely. Now, we don't know what is the minimum subscription period. Is it 1 month? Is it 2 months? Is it 1 year? We don't know that, but maybe it will be given in the pre-seen, in the unseen. Okay. 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 Next we have is logistical complexities. Transportation is a very big problem. I mean, you need to get your raw materials from the farmers, from the suppliers. MC has 600 suppliers from which we order. Okay, so delivery cost, transportation cost. Let's see this. Okay, I think we missed something. Just a second. Okay, we have to read this. So just a second. Customer churn in the meal kit industry is high. So customer turnover, the rate at which they leave us, is very high, with less than 25% of the subscription lasting more than 6 months, which means that around 75% leave us. very soon. And with less than 25% lasting more than 6 months. So the customer churn is very high. 75% leave us in less than 6 months, and 25%, yes, you can put this in the weakness. Okay. Now comes the logistical complexities. With the to offer a wide variety of meal kits and delivery options and the promise of freshest range of ingredients, many meal kit businesses partner with hundreds of different ingredient suppliers. We need a lot of suppliers, right? A lot of suppliers. This requires significant investment. Another possible question. This requires significant investment in supplier management information system. So this is another possible question. Don't worry, I'll give you the answers for everything. There is a possible question that does MC need to invest in supplier management information system? Now, what this supplier management information system would be, it would be a dashboard. Let's say this is a portal. Okay, so I have 600 suppliers names mentioned here. I got ingredient 1 delivered to me on 29th of January. Is any payments due? That will be mentioned here. Okay, so all the details will be coming here for these 600 suppliers. So managing these suppliers becomes easy, right? Because I need to manage each and every supplier. I need to see, did I place the order with my supplier at the right time? Did I receive it? Was it of right quality? If not, did the supplier pick it up from my warehouse? Did the supplier replace the ingredients to me? Do I need to make any payments? Is my supplier ethical? Is my supplier following all the ethical guidelines? So all of this data needs to be maintained, in that too for 600 suppliers. So therefore, you have a supplier information system. It's a dashboard where the details for the 600 suppliers would be input, and you can manage your suppliers better. I mean, if I want to place an order, I just need to click on order from here. I will click the order. I will click on this button, and the order gets placed automatically. Okay. All the invoices which are sent to me by my supplier will also show here. So I just need to click on the invoice. I can download the invoice. I can make the payment. So basically everything can be done from here, from a single dashboard. So this is how a supplier information system would look like. We don't know whether we have currently invested in supplier information system or not, but it is a possible question area that maybe we haven't invested, and now the CEO wants you to evaluate whether should we invest in this or not. So there you need to explain again the pros and the cons of investing. Okay. So this requires significant investment in supplier management information system, supplier MIS, and continuous supplier relationship management to ensure that the freshest ingredients are available to fulfill the customer orders when demanded. So, we need to see, we are getting the success of the meal kit company depends. Do you remember the term value network, which I had taught? Value network, the success of McDonald's depends upon the quality of potato which it is getting from the farmers, right? Similarly, the success of meal kit companies depends upon the quality of produce which is provided to us by the farmers and the other suppliers. So we need to keep a tight control over our suppliers. Similarly, coordination of customer deliveries is complex. See, there are so many customers, right? One is opting for delivery once a week, one is opting once in 2 weeks, and one is opting for a vegan option, one is opting for a gluten-free option, and then one is opting for 20 meal kits, one is opting for 10 meal kits. So managing these customers is also difficult, because customers have got so many options, and keeping a track of all these subscriptions, what they ordered, what actually got delivered, are they happy, are they not happy? Maybe another question that they could ask in the exam is, should the company invest in customer relationship management software? Someone is not on mute, please mute yourself. Okay, so another question is customer relationship management software, CRM. Okay, Similarly, coordination of customer deliveries is complex and requires significant investment in sophisticated logistics software and strong relationships with third-party logistics suppliers. So there is a company known as GoFlow, right, which is delivering all the meal kits to the customers. Now the problem there is we are dependent on a single company for all our logistics. So that is a big risk. So what is the possible solution for that? Yes.
Use of multiple supplier chains, like at least 2 or 3, depending on the north, eastern, western, southern regions.
Yeah. So maybe why not diversify? I mean, why not have a range of options, multiple suppliers, right? Okay. Now, so there's a very likely, I see a high chance of either the CRM getting tested or the SRM getting tested. By SRM, I mean supplier relationship management software, because they are specifically talking about it. One is the supplier management software, another is the customer relationship management. Okay. Coordination of customer deliveries is complex and requires significant investment in sophisticated logistics software. Maybe another question, should we invest in logistics software? Because you know what, let's say we have partnered, okay, as of now we have partnered with GoFlow only, but let's say if I have multiple logistic companies which I have partnered with, so I need to have a separate dashboard for them also. In this dashboard, I need to see, let's say GoFlow, let's say it is 29th of Jan, GoFlow had to make 500 deliveries on the 29th of January to 500 different customers. I need to keep a track of it. Let's say customer A, B, C, D, E, so until 500th customer. Okay? Was the delivery made to customer A? Customer's acknowledgement is available. Was it at the right time slot? Did I deliver on time? Did GoFlow deliver on time? I need to keep a tab on GoFlow's performance also. And there are 500 deliveries which I actually have to track. Now see how complex it is. Because, I don't know, maybe GoFlow delivered on time to customer A, but customer A got it in poor condition, rotten eggs. Maybe they got rotten eggs or rotten meat. Were they even happy with it? What was their feedback? I need to keep a track of all this. Okay. So I need to invest in SRM, which is supplier relationship management. Suppliers are the 600 people from whom I'm getting my raw materials. Then I'm ultimately serving my customers. And I have many customers. I need to make sure every customer got what they wanted on time at the right address. They were happy with the quality and the condition of the food. So I need to also invest in CRM software. And then I need to also invest in logistics software. Logistics, basically, it will help me understand whether all my deliveries were made by GoFlow on time, in the right condition, at the right time, right date. Okay. So these are the 3 possible question areas which I'm seeing. Of course, they're not going to ask you all 3. So maybe SRM, maybe CRM, maybe logistics software. Okay, let me see the question. Someone is writing, instead of separate SRM, can we not invest in the end-to-end EDI platform from supplier to customer? See, again, this is also an option. But even this single dashboard that you're talking about, Kunal, that is also going to do the same thing. Means the answer remains the same. Okay. So whether it is a separate SRM, separate CRM, or maybe when you want to when you want to make a common dashboard for everyone, the benefits and the problems are going to be the same. Answer remains the same. You can do this also. But if the question is specifically asking the benefits of SRM, then you have to stick to SRM.
Understood.
Fine. Okay. So this is a possible question. I think I've written this already, but let me just check whether I've done it or not. I'm still writing even though I have written. So there could be a question on pros and cons of investing in SRM, CRM or logistics software. Basically, it is stakeholder management that we are doing, right? I'm just trying to manage my stakeholders this way. So how is this Preseen? Is it interesting? Yes. Do you think is it difficult or is it complicated?
Sometimes, I mean, based on the past papers, what at least I have gone through, sometimes the questions are such which are 100% dependent on the exhibits they release. So, how should we go about, I mean, those? Because there are questions which, I mean, the new information suddenly comes in the exhibits, and and every part of it has to be answered through that only, no matter what is written in the pre-scene or how much we have analyzed it. So how?
See, I'll tell you. Last time, I'll tell you everyone. Last time this company got tested, which was done shoes. They were making shoes, right? I remember we had predicted so many questions and we used, like people told me, they came to me and told me that ma'am, 80% of the content we are using from the pre-scene notes only. So we had predicted one question that was BCG. I had made a full answer on BCG and people actually used it. That time we didn't have the information. We didn't have, we had the market growth rate, I think, but the market share was missing. Okay, some information was missing. So I just made a complete answer and stating that this is the answer and these are the gaps that you need to fill. These are the blanks. Basically, you need to fill using the unseen. Okay, but but see, we use a lot of pre-seen also in the answers. Okay, and we use a lot of pre-seen, and more than the pre-seen, we use these pre-seen analysis notes that I'll be sharing. Okay, because these questions always come. See, how to maximize the revenue. So I'll be sharing with you that how this company Mealcraft can maximize its revenue. Okay.
Yeah, there are certain types of questions which are mostly in every paper, like related to sustainability or environment, or related to risk, or maybe investment or new products. So certain type of questions are there which are more repetitive, but obviously case to case basis and depending on the business and the industry.
See, you have to see, I'll be giving you pre-seen data, which will be a lot of data which is specific to the meal kit industry. But then what you have to do, there will be some blanks in the notes, which I'll be just assuming. So that you have to use from the unseen. Okay. So I will be giving you a tailored answer that will be like maybe 70% or 80-90% tailored. Okay. Now, in order to make it 100% tailored, you have to use this 10% content from the unseen.
Okay.
So that will make your final answer. Okay, but 90% discussion we're already doing. So it's just a 10-20% unseen part you have to fill in your answers and make it the final answer.
Okay.
Now we are seeing key. Okay, yeah. So we have seen the customer. We have seen the logistical complexities. Now comes the food safety and increasing regulations. Also, do you know there is a company which is known as HelloFresh, I think, right? HelloFresh is a company. So HelloFresh, is it HelloFresh now? Actually, if you see MC's food wastage is less than 1%, right? MC's food wastage is less than 1%. In fact, HelloFresh food wastage is also less than 1%. So I think they have made the MC case keeping HelloFresh in mind. That's what I could see from my research.
Ma'am, also they've used a mix of Gusto and HelloFresh for MC.
Yes, that also. But if you check the data, HelloFresh food wastage is also less than 1%. Yeah, but they have used other companies also. Gusto also.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, food safety and increasing regulations. Meal kits include a wide variety of perishable food, including meat, fish, eggs, and dairy products such as cream, milk, cheeses. Many of these products without suitable packaging. So, this could happen on the exam day. That maybe some customers got rotten food and some customers fell ill. Okay. Rotten food and they fell ill. and maybe the CEO wanted to hide this information from the public. Okay, we don't want to be transparent about it. So now maybe you can be asked to give an answer on is it the right approach, or what should we do? So you can mention that this is one of the values of the company, that we want to be honest and we want to be, we are responsible leaders. So therefore, such an action of hiding this information from the public will be unethical. Okay, so try to use your vision mission a lot in your answer. So, okay, many of these products without suitable packaging, storage and refrigeration are subject to potential cross contamination, whereby harmful bacteria from one substance is transferred to another substance and bacterial growth, which could lead to serious illnesses. Yeah, so let's say, there's a meal kit. There's a meal kit where I'm delivering fish, I'm delivering eggs, I'm also delivering some cheese. Now this fish is not packed. Okay, it's just fish thrown into the meal kit, and it's eggs. Now let's say the fish is rotten. The fish got contaminated. It had bacteria, and it got transferred from the fish to the eggs to the cheese. So cross contamination happened. So that should not happen. So therefore, they should be packaged well. The food should be packed well. In some countries across the world, meal kits have been linked to outbreaks of illnesses and food poisoning. As a result, food standards regulators are becoming increasingly focused on meal kit providers, setting out best practice documentation and increasing regulatory standards and guidance related to how meal kit business store, package, and deliver their raw ingredients and final meat boxes. So if at all there is a question on Mendello matrix. Mendello matrix means stakeholder management matrix. This is one of the major stakeholders. And what's the name of the stakeholder in our case? AFSA, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So remember the name. Maybe in the exam they can ask you to list all the stakeholders and also mention how to manage these stakeholders. Again, a possible question. List down the name of all the stakeholders and how to manage them. So Sona, these kind of questions come. He mentioned the stakeholders' names and how to manage them. So, okay, now in the pre-scene, all the stakeholders are mentioned.
Right.
Okay, maybe it can happen. Maybe in the unseen, they might give you maybe one more stakeholder. Okay, but the chances are less. They have given us all the stakeholders already. So we have the names with us, right? And we also know how to manage them. So this is a question which is purely based on the pre-scene. So maybe one or two facts from the unseen can be collated in our answer, but most of it is coming from the pre-scene. Short forms, Madhu, in the sense like AFSC, yes, definitely. See, the short forms which they have already given to us in this pre-scene, we can use them. So we are supposed to use MC. Don't write menu craft all the time. Write AFSA. Don't write full forms. Okay. Now we have innovations. Okay. I don't want you to read this technical article. Okay, because I have put all this information in my pre-scene notes only. So let's not do it. Let's not read any technical article on robotics or big data. Okay, I'll be sharing all the content with you. Okay, now what kind of innovations exist in this industry? The food production industry, including the meal kit sector, is increasingly turning to robotics in food processing and manufacture and in the packaging of final products also. But the problem with MC is also using robotics, right?
Yes, ma'am, they are.
MC is using, but two operations in two processes, we are not using robotics. So when it comes to the final quality check, that is done by a human being. And when it comes to selecting which ingredients to place inside the meal box, that is also done by a human, not robots. Okay. So if there is a question on process improvement, okay, we have to mention this also, that there is still a lot of automation scope in our business. Okay, some automation can be done. So another question which I see is on efficiency, process improvement. Okay. Data analytics are being used more frequently in the industry to predict the recipe demand and supply availability. Meal kit businesses receive millions of comments and ratings from customers daily through their websites and through social media channels. Analysis and evaluation of this data helps them to identify the best and the worst performing recipes. So we use big data also to predict what kind of recipes would my customers want, so that I pre-order that raw material from my suppliers in advance, so that there is no raw material shortage and I'm able to fulfill my delivery on time. So I use predictive data analytic tools, which helps me predict what kind of recipes would my customers order, what kind of ingredients would I actually need, so that I can pre-order them. From my suppliers, and there is no raw material shortage, and I'm able to make the delivery good. So we are using big data tools as well. Another possible question area is benefits of investing in big data analytics. Okay, this is the industry information. We don't know whether MC has invested in data analytics or not, even though we are given, right? We are using algorithms. If you remember this, we are using algorithms to predict data, right? But we will see. Maybe there's a question on big data also. High chance big data question can come. Now, this is shared with recipe development teams. So whenever there are poor comments on a particular recipe, we share these comments with the recipe development teams and the procurement teams who procure and purchase the raw materials to incorporate the most recent feedback into the development of recipes. So if there is a poor feedback, let's say there's a cheese recipe that we are making, but it becomes very oily and very salty. So maybe this is the feedback I've got, that when I prepare this cheese dish using the ingredients, it gets too oily. So then I have to change my recipe. I have to change the ingredient composition to make it less oily, less salty. Procurement teams can use such information to work closely with the suppliers. The procurement teams means the people who order raw materials from the suppliers can use such information to work closely with the suppliers. So maybe I can tell my cheese supplier that your cheese is too fatty, too oily. We need to change it, okay, because I'm getting complaints from my customers. So these changes have to be made. Now, if there is a question on integrated reporting, you all remember integrated reporting? What are the 6 capitals of integrated reporting? Yes, can you name them?
Manufactured, financial, human, intellectual, social, environment.
Natural capital, right? So one is human capital. Human capital means what? Yes.
Human capital, I guess, means our workforce, our employees.
Okay. One is how many employees I have, how good they are, how trained they are. So I can mention this. See, even though this is not MC's data, this is industry data. So whenever you see MC, when you get to the MC section, there you have to pick what all kind of expertise do we have, how trained are my employees, how many chefs I have, how many cooks I have, how many recipe development engineers I have. So all this can form a part of your integrated reporting ka human capital. So if you get a question on the 6 capitals of integrated reporting, then in the human capital part, you can put this thing, that we have such a nice team. They are well trained. They design recipes, latest recipes, using customer feedback. We also have partnered with celebrity chefs also, who give us ideas and suggestions on how to create new recipes or how to improve our existing recipes, or what ingredients need to be changed in our current recipes. So all this will form a part of our human capital. Okay. I have the answers for you. So integrated reporting is one question which can come. Okay. Next is Due to the competition in the meal kit market, some businesses are looking towards new and unique delivery partnerships to attract more customers to the meal kit experience. This includes partnerships with large retailers such as supermarkets to sell their meal kit boxes in stores, and collaborations with high-profile celebrities and celebrity chefs to develop new and exciting recipes. So now what are we going to do? Now what are we going to do? That we basically are selling online, right? Now, in order to get more visibility, we have started the industry. The meal kit companies have started partnering with the supermarkets to sell their meal kits in the supermarket itself. Okay, in the supermarket itself. And we have also partnered with celebrities who can advertise our products, who can advertise our meal kits. Okay, now there are some celebrities. So there are some products. If you go to restaurants, there are some menu options available. There they mention that this is recommended by, okay, or this recipe is curated by Sanjay Kapoor. He's Sanjay Kapoor, Sanjeev Kapoor. Sanjeev Kapoor. So these are also some ways to increase your visibility, do more marketing. Okay. So now companies have started collaborating with these celebrity chefs and supermarkets also. But please remember, if we are purchasing from supermarket, do you think these meal kit companies can still use the subscription model when they sell in supermarkets? No, right? Because now it's a pure sale. Like it's not they cannot use the subscription model maybe when they sell in supermarkets. So it will be a change of business, how they do the business, but we can improve our sales if we sell in supermarkets. Okay.
Our logistics stress will also get reduced if we sell on supermarkets.
Yeah, see, the logistics stress definitely is going to come down, but food wastage will increase. A lot of food wastage would be there because now we are just putting these 20 kits in the supermarket. So if just 15 get purchased, 5 will usually go waste. A lot of food wastages would be there.
Okay.
But
then there will be some ways to fix it.
On in the supermarket shelves, we can only keep those curated recipes which is the maybe best-selling product in that area. So customers can also get a demo of the product, like they can pick a sample size of maybe one meal kit only and just try it out. So that reduces the customer restriction maybe.
Or maybe we can do one more thing. Like we are going to put some limited quantity only, and then if the customer likes it, then they have to purchase subscription.
Yeah.
Purchase through subscription, maybe. So we don't need to think much about it. Okay. But yes, this is another area. I mean, we need to improve our sales and our visibility, which is also doable through supermarkets. Okay. Now let me show you one meal kit company. If you can see this. Yeah. So this is this company which is known as Tastefully Simple. Okay. So they have got many options, meal prep, all kits. So if I click on all kits, you can see what kind of kits they sell. So one is this kit, which is soups. If I want to make soups, so they give me herbs and some onion and some rice and soup mix. Okay. So these are some kits which you can see. Okay. They don't have many options, maybe. There are just 4 or 5 options available. So these are the kits. And if I want to purchase them, I'm going to add them to my cart. First, I need to sign up and then I can do that. Okay. So these are some meal kit options which I have. And meal prep tips also are available. So if I want to see the recipe, so I think they have these recipes also. Okay, so this is how this kit looks like. Okay, they give you some cut vegetables, cleaned cut vegetables, and not just vegetables, but sauces, herbs, spices, and a lot of other things. Okay, so now let's take a break. Okay, and then we are going to study from the KPIs part. Now tell me, how interesting, do you find it boring? Do you find it realistic? How do you think this case study is?
It's interesting because it's a niche part of the market, maybe which is not explored in India much.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not explored in India much because people either prefer ready-made food or they want to cook from scratch.
Yeah.
Right. But this is something which is not very, very popular because it is expensive. Okay. It is the reason why the customer churn rate is high is because it is pricey. And then, we don't know what we want to eat. I mean, I need to pre-plan that, like, what do I want to eat in the next week. So this is also another problem. And okay, so now let's do one thing. Let's take a break till 7:05, and then we'll continue from here. So Shraman, how are you finding it? Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm going to give you a lot of content to study. Okay, and I am pretty sure 80% of it is going to come from there. So I suggest, please don't do the revision notes now, because the pre-seen notes that I'll be sharing will be like a revision note only. So don't do any revision notes, just the pre-seen notes. Okay, so let's take a break till 7:05. Do you have any doubts?
Is there possibility of integrated reporting also?
Yes. I have this as one of the questions.
6 capital of integration.
Because
6 capital can come. Yes, definitely it can come. So see, they can ask you the benefits of integrated reporting, or they can ask you the 6 capitals of integrated reporting. So I've included both these questions in my list.
we also have not been given with the composition of the board. Like we were provided that there's NED and CEO, but I mean, I assume that diversity nahi hai board mein and all that factors.
This question can come. See, we don't know. We don't know the male-female composition, right?
Yes, ma'am.
In the board, and we don't know how skilled my directors are, and do they have a variety of skills or not. But I think the board is balanced when it comes to independence, because at least 50% of the board should be NED.
Yes, ma'am.
We have more than 50% NED, right? We have more than 50% which is NED.
Yes.
So which is okay. The board is balanced. But how diverse it is, we don't know. So another possible question is diversity. If the diversity is missing, then what are the benefits of a diverse board? Or how to make the board diverse? And what are the benefits of ensuring diversity? So you can put this question again in the list.
मैम आप ये लिस्ट आज हमको शेयर करो, हम अपने हिसाब से सोच के पॉइंट्स डेवलप करने का थोड़ा थॉट प्रोसेस डेवलप करते हैं, ऐसा कुछ हो सकता है क्या? और कल
let me give you the answers. We don't have the time that there are 30-40 questions. We don't have the time that you make answers for these 40 questions. Better let me give you the answers also. You just read it. You have any doubts, you get back to me.
Okay.
You can include your points also. If there are some points, you can add it. Okay. Tushar, SAP analysis of investing in big data, maybe with supporting facts from exhibitors. Yes, this can be a question. SFA analysis is also a question. But the chances are less they will ask you SFA for big data. Okay, maybe SFA for something else could come. SFA, maybe we are acquiring a foreign company. Okay, because see, right now we are only in Ireland, right? And if we want to go global, maybe we acquire a foreign company. So they want you to evaluate this proposal. Should we acquire this foreign company or not? So in that case, we can be asked to do an SFA. But yes, SFA for big data analytics can also come. So maybe we want to spend 20 crore, maybe we want to spend 2 crore rupees in, and we want to invest in big data. So should we do it? Should we not do it? Give a recommendation. So for that, we can use SFA.
Ma'am, could SFA also come for acquisition of smaller companies in Ireland only?
Yeah, it can come.
Like who focus on the specific diet foods?
Definitely we can do that. So maybe there is maybe on the exam day they give you an unseen company, and in the unseen they give you that there is a new company whose name is Spices, or Spices name, let's say Diet. Let's say the name of the company is Diet Company, and they have an expertise in making gluten-free vegan products. Okay, and it's a small company, but this small company also has a good market share, maybe just a small percentage. So maybe we can probably we can enter into a joint venture with this, or maybe we can acquire this company. So there could be something given on those lines that we want to acquire this company, we want to enter into a joint venture, and should we do this or not? So in that case, we have to use the
other than SFA supermarkets as well. It's like partnership or acquisition, merger acquisition with supermarkets or something.
Not exactly acquisition, maybe some partnership, maybe some joint venture with the markets, right? So if you remember that previous question, do you remember previous question? Pet
Yes.
vet service question.
Yes,
So in that also what happened, we wanted to open our clinics inside the supermarkets, right? They were supermarkets only, right? So we wanted to set up our clinics there. So maybe we want to set up small shops, okay, inside the supermarkets, and these are MC shops, these are MC branded shops, and I want to open these small shops inside the supermarkets. Okay, so this is also an option. So should we do it or not? So this question can also come.
मैम एक रेंज आता है ना, नो मीट करके, वो हम मेंशन कर सकते हैं ना इसमें?
नो मीट इज व्हाट? Okay, no like meat. Definitely. You can do that. People who it tastes like meat, it looks like meat, it is vegetarian, right?
Vegetarian.
So you can do that. तो डाल सकते हो. You can put that. Okay. Tushar is asking, acceptability part, we have to focus on risk, return, and stakeholder expectations. Acceptability, in acceptability, we put, yes, Tushar, correct. Stakeholder expectations. Okay. So let's take a break now. Okay. And let's meet at 7:10 now. And if you have any questions, just keep them ready. I'll be taking them up after the break. Okay. Can we take a break?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay, any doubts before we move further? Okay, so we are going to see now some KPIs of the industry. Now the first KPI, these KPIs are very much important. First KPI is the active customers. Okay. The first KPI is revenue. The amount of money generated from the sale of meal kit boxes is the revenue. Next is active customers. The number of uniquely identified customers who have received at least one meal kit box within the last 3 months. So people who have ordered at least one meal kit in the last 3 months are active customers. Next is the meals delivered. Next is the meal kits. Meal delivered. The meals, the number of individual serves or portions delivered within a given time period are known as meals delivered. So how many meals get delivered in a given time period? Now what this time period is it 3 months or is it less? Is it more? We are yet to see this from the unseen. So the number of individual serves or portions. Okay, individual serves means one serve is equal to one meal. Okay, one serve is equal to one meal. So how many meals got delivered in the last whatever period? Next is orders per customer. The number of orders in a given period divided by the number of active customers in the same period is known as order per customer. Now, if I talk about the MC company, what is the for 2024, what is the order per customer on an average? Annual, what is the annual order per customer on an average for 2024 for MC? Yes, it is given in the last
1.7, ma'am.
It is 12 orders, no? Isn't it 12?
Yeah, 12, correct. Yes. 12
orders annually. Okay. So it is given towards the end. Now, please remember, please memorize all these facts. So we don't have to read it again on the exam day. Orders per customer means the number of orders in a given period. Let's say this given period is 3 months, for example. So let's say in the last 3 months, I've got 12,000 orders. And how many were the active customers in the last 3 months? Let's say 1000 were my active customers. So which means that on an average, there are 12 orders per customer. Okay. So this is orders per customer. The number of orders in a given period divided by the number of active customers in the same period. Next is average order value or average order size. For MC, is the average order value increasing or decreasing? Is the average order value increasing, decreasing? It is increasing. Okay. If you see towards the end, it is given. The average order value is increasing for MC, and the rate at which this order value is increasing is also increasing. For MC, the rate at which this order value is increasing is also increasing. I'll show you this when we reach that page. So the total revenue divided by the total number of orders in a given time period. So let's say total revenue in the last 3 months is this, divided by total number of orders. So revenue per order is the average order value. Is it clear this much? Is it fine? Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now out of all this, next is the food wastage. Food waste in tons. 1 ton is equal to 1000 kg. So food waste in tons produced by the meal kit business own production facility, which is disposed in landfills or burned. Incinerated means burnt. Okay. This measure does not include any unused food which has been donated to food charities or it is used as animal feed. So food waste doesn't include any food which has been donated to food banks or which has been given to the cow or the animal shelters for their feed. Okay, so some of the food gets disposed of in the landfills and some of that gets burnt. Next is carbon emissions. CO2 tons produced by the meal kit business operations. This includes both production, non-production, distribution related emissions. So see, carbon emissions get emitted during the production also, non-production also. Non-production means some people are sitting in ACs, right? There are some chartered accountants, ACCAs who are working in offices. ACs are running, tube lights are being used. So that also generates carbon. So that is a non-production carbon emission. But some of the carbon also gets used during the production of the meal kits. That also leads to carbon emissions. And some carbon emissions happen during the distribution stage, means when the GoFlow company, when it distributes and delivers the meal kits to the customers, that also consumes a lot of fuel, right? So that is distribution related emissions. Clear? So these are the carbon emissions. Now comes the industry regulatory body. The industry regulatory body name is AFSA. AFSA is the government agency responsible for food safety and food hygiene in Ireland. It works with a wide range of food related businesses throughout Ireland to ensure that all the food safety regulations and standards are being met. So it's a very important stakeholder for us. Now comes the MC part. So industry part is over. Now comes the MC overview. MC is a meal kit business founded 15 years ago in the capital city of the country of Ireland by 2 experienced local chefs. So if at all a question on SWOT analysis comes, this is the strength of our company, that we are founded by local chefs. So we know, we have the experience, means we know how to curate recipes, how to improve recipes, because we are founded by chefs itself. They had seen the success of the meal kit business model in other countries and were confident that with their local knowledge of Ireland's food industry and importantly, the high quality local produce of Ireland, they could offer something different. Now, don't you think this is one of the Porter's diamond factor? Porter's diamond factor conditions, that we produce good quality produce, means we have good soil, good weather, because of which we are able to make high quality food, high quality ingredients. Okay. They could offer something different. MC has established its strategic position as a high quality meal kit business, differentiating itself by focusing on island based recipes which use wherever possible locally sourced ingredients. So what is the strategy that we are following? What is the Porter's strategy that we are following?
Differentiator strategy.
We are a differentiator. We are not a cost leader. We are a differentiator. We can't really compete basis cost. We are a differentiator. So we focus on island based recipes. So we basically make a lot of local recipes. So we basically are keeping our culture alive. Okay. And we are preparing local recipes, island based recipes specifically. And we use locally sourced ingredients, means we are taking supply from the local suppliers, local farmers. We are giving them livelihood. We are improving their standard of living. Okay. Next is MC employs talented and high quality chefs, highly qualified chefs, to design its recipes using seasonally available ingredients wherever possible. So maybe we are not using any cold frozen raw materials. We are using seasonal vegetables, seasonal fruits. Yes, you can speak out what your question is. Yeah, we want to. So yes. Yes, Pritush, you can speak it out.
The mission says that to make a simple and affordable doesn't get cost leader.
Okay, so we want to make it affordable in the sense that obviously, see, we are a differentiator, no doubt about that. But obviously, we still need to keep a cap on our prices. So we still want the prices to be low, but that doesn't make us a cost leader. Okay, we are a premium company. We are providing, curated recipes, island-based recipes. We are using locally sourced ingredients. So that doesn't still make us a cost leader. Even differentiators want to keep their prices low, right? Because customers are price sensitive. Customers are price sensitive. So we still need to keep our prices low. We need to make our services affordable. But that doesn't mean that we are a differentiator. We are not a differentiator, because it is very clearly written here. It is clearly written here that MC has established its strategic position as a high quality meal kit business, differentiating itself. So it is clearly given that we are a differentiator, and we are differentiating basis these two factors. Clear? Fine. It is clearly given that we are differentiating ourselves. Still, we need to keep our prices low. See, we can't charge an unreasonably high price. So prices are definitely a factor. MC employs, okay, so we have done this, that MC employs talented chefs to design recipes using seasonally available ingredients wherever possible. Seasonally available means no cold storage, nothing like that. Each week, MC offers its customers up to 30 recipes to choose from based on carefully analyzed data relating to ingredient availability and customers' menu preferences. So we are offering a wide choice to my customers so that they don't feel that my recipes are monotonous or they are getting repeated. So therefore, I am giving them an option to choose from 30 recipes per week. Okay. And how do I decide? How does MC decide which this recipe should be? They analyze the data basis customers' preferences. So they analyze the past data and they see that these 5 recipes or these 10 recipes are very, very popular with the public. So they continue with the same recipe, with the same 10 recipes every week, because these are very popular. And basis ingredient availability also. So see, it is given here that we use seasonally available ingredients. Okay, so we want to use fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, fresh raw materials. So let's say there's a season, it's a season not of tomatoes. So maybe I'm not going to use tomatoes in my recipe. The entire month, tomatoes would be missing. So therefore, I need to change my recipe for this entire month, because tomatoes are not available. Tomatoes are not seasonal, or they are not available in that particular month. So I'm going to change my recipe for this entire month. So all the recipes which need a lot of tomatoes may be missing in my menu the entire month. Did you understand this? How do I decide which recipes I want to include in the coming week? Depends upon what customers want, and it also depends upon ingredient availability. If this ingredient is not available, I will not include that particular recipe in that week. Clear? Is it clear?
Can they ask anything how to innovate the procedure more efficiently? Like we have the data which we've analyzed about the customer preferences, and we also have the data about what the ingredients which are available. So the artificial intelligence can itself recommend these recipes, and it can be automatically updated in the website.
Yes, this can be done. That AI recommended recipes. So AI is going to do this study, or big data tools are going to do this study, and the basis what ingredients are not available in this week and what customers want in this week. So what are the 30 recipes that we can include in this week? So we can automate this process. Definitely this can be automated. Okay, this can be automated, but please don't outsource this process. Okay, it's like it's a key process of the company, so it should never be outsourced, right? This has to be done in-house only. We can definitely automate this process, but this should never be outsourced. You remember what I'm talking about? Outsourcing, doing it in-house.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So we need to do it in-house. It's a key process. In its first 2 years, MC offered only a limited range of recipes to customers within Ireland's capital city. MC grew steadily over the next 5 years, largely funded by Ireland venture capitalists. So our initial funding that we got was from the venture capitalists. Who are venture capitalists? Like the sharks on Shark Tank. These are the people who are interested in an idea. They give us funds, right? As the popularity of the kits has taken off globally in the last decade, MC has also experienced a significant growth in customer numbers in Ireland, driven by a growing urban population and increased usage of internet technologies to attract and communicate with a wide range of customers. So now tell me, in the Porter's Diamond, I have to talk about internet also, right? So don't you think internet providers are like related and supporting industries? Tell me. Porter's Diamond. So what are the factors of Porter's Diamond? There are factor conditions. Then related and supporting industries.
Demand conditions.
Demand conditions. Structure. Strategy and rivalry. Now when it comes to related and supporting industries, tell me what industry is supporting me?
The internet technology industry.
Internet providers. Internet providers, app developers, website developers,
Logistics industry.
logistics. Now I am delivering food, logistic industries, right? Maybe the cold chain, okay, leave it. Ice box companies which make ice boxes, right? Companies making cold storages like ice boxes, etc.
Packaging.
So these are, huh?
Packaging industry.
Packaging industry. Packaging industry. Okay.
Farmers and food chains.
Farmers, okay. Put the farmers here. If you want, you can put the farmers in factor conditions also, okay, because they are directly giving us our main produce, right? So you can put farmers and those 600 suppliers here in the factor conditions also. But even if your headings go wrong, it's okay. They won't deduct any marks for that. So as long as your content is okay, even if your headings go wrong, it's still okay. Okay. So this question can be tested.
We don't need to write the model, no?
No.
Okay.
We don't need to write the model, but when we write the answer, we can use the headings from the model.
No, headings, using the headings is required, but mentioning the model is not important.
That's not important. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, you can skip that totally. Okay. So, every paragraph is important. Everything is given. The entire answer is here only. So we need a lot of urban population, and increased usage of internet technologies to attract and communicate a wide range of customers. MC has one of the highest customer retention rates in the industry. So our retention rate is the highest. Okay, then now MC's customer analysis is given to us. So if I talk about 2024 specifically, because it's the latest year, then we are getting maximum revenue. Okay, so 50% of my customers are single people. They're single. 50% of my customers are singles. Then 23% are couples, and 27% are families, as you can see. Okay. So for my business to thrive, I want more and more single people. I want these people to be busy and working. Okay. And fine. Okay. But as you can see, in 4 years back, 5 years back, 60% of my customers were singles. Now this percentage has now reduced to 50%. Okay. However, families have started using more of my services. So where the singles have reduced the consumption of my services, families have increased the consumption of my services, as we can see in this data. Because earlier, yes.
Ma'am, singles might have started their families.
Okay, singles have started the family. Oh my God. Okay, fine. Singles have started the families. That's okay. Okay, see, we have to do a lot of analysis because we don't know the rate at which the population is growing there, the rate at which people are getting married. No comments on that. Okay. Okay, you're saying singles have started families. No, that's okay. I mean, even if they have started families, then more single people are getting born then, no? I mean, people are still, the birth rate is still high. Okay. So, okay. So this is the information that we have. So as on 2024, most of my business is coming from the singles, and then from the families, and then from the couples. Okay. Now comes singles could have changed to ready to make food packages. Yeah, that is, because see, the customer churn rate is high. So maybe now singles, these 10% people don't find my services useful now. They want to, maybe they have learned cooking, right? They have learned cooking. So, or they find my services very monotonous. They don't like my recipes now. Earlier they liked them because they didn't know how to cook. So in this time span, they have learned how to cook. Or maybe they have switched to my rivals. Okay, they have switched to my rivals, or maybe they prefer takeaways, or maybe they prefer to cook from scratch in their homes, or maybe they have shifted to my rivals like Freshe, or cheaper alternatives, cheaper rivals. So, but yes, 10%, because we are getting less popular with the singles now. This is a fact. Our popularity with the singles has reduced, but my popularity with the families has improved. Right. So yeah, so Vaishali, they are not saying that ki pehle single 60% hai or 50% ho gaye. They're not saying that. They're saying singles who were my customers, that ratio was 60% before. Now these people have reduced to 50%. So they are not saying that the singles have reduced in the country. Okay, Vishali, they're not saying that these 10% people have got married. They're not saying that. They're saying that they're no longer my customers. So maybe either they're cooking on their own, or they have shifted to my rivals. But that doesn't mean that these 10% people have got married in 4 years. ठीक है? तो फिर तो ये भी हो सकता है, divorce भी तो हो सकता है. तो maybe in 2025 they'll come back. Okay.
Sorry,
so,
ma'am.
अगर देखो ना singles, हाँ, तो this is all about it. Okay. Now next comes the menu craft active customer numbers. Now, first of all, tell me who are active customers. Active customers are who? First, tell me who are active customers.
Who has subscriptions?
No, it is defined, clearly defined. Active
Customers who
customers
have
are those people.
taken meal at least 2 months before,
At least
a
one
single
order.
meal before.
One order in the last 3 months, right? At least one order in the last 3 months. So I will call them as active customers. So even if I last ordered just 3 months back, I'll be called as an active customer. Those who have purchased a meal box in the past 3 months. Now, menu craft active customer numbers. Now this includes everyone, singles, couples, and families. Okay. So yeah, MC active customer numbers. So in 2024, I have 5 lakh active customers. So there are 5 lakh people who have ordered at least once in the last 3 months in 2024. And this active number has been increasing. Okay. This active number has been increasing. And this is 5 lakh. Next. MC was listed in no, we are not 2012, 2022 in maybe 11 or 12, whatever it is. So we got listed. Okay. Now we are a listed company. Its 2 original founders still hold key positions on the board. So one of the founders of the company and the other founder is the CCO and the CMO of the company. Chief Commercial Officer and Chief Marketing Officer, and each of these founders hold 10% of the company's shares. And the balance 80% is held by a wide range of investors. Now, this is the board structure of the company. Now, in the board structure, you have a chairman who is a non-executive director. Then you have the CEO under him, a senior independent non-executive director, non-executive, 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 non-executive. Now, the CFO, the CFO, the COO, the CCO, CMO, and the CPO, they are reporting to the CEO of the company, right? Okay. Please remember this person and this person. These 2 are the founders of the company. Okay. Now, how many non-executive directors do we have? We have more than 50% non-executives in the company, right? Tell me, how many non-executives do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have got 6 non-executives, and the balance are executives. And how many are executives? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 executives, right? 5 hai kya? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, yes. We have got 5 executives. So the board is balanced because the condition is that at least 50% should be non-executives. So we have 50% as non-executives. So which is okay, which is good, right? Now, do you guys know the difference between non-executive director and independent non-executive director? Do you know the difference? You don't know the difference? Okay. See, the only difference is that non-executive directors are not the employees of the company. Okay. Similarly, independent non-executive directors are also not the employees of the company, right? Another condition is independent non-executive directors should not have any relationship with the company. Means no business relationship, no the company. Okay, but non-executive directors can have relationships with the company. For example, they could be some formal employees of the company. Non-executive directors can be former employees of the company. Okay, so the level of independence is more in the case of independent non-executive directors. Okay, you should know the difference because for the very first time they are doing this, that in the board structure, we also have an independent non-executive director. So I am not actually foreseeing any question around this. Frankly speaking, I don't see any question coming on this, but still you should know this. You should know the difference between executives and non-executives. Just a second. You should know the difference between non-executive directors and independent non-executive directors. So independent non-executives will never have any relationship whatsoever with the company. But non-executives can have some relationship, like they were the former employees of the company. Okay, or maybe they are supplying the company with some raw materials. So they are also the supplier of the company and the non-executives. But independent NED will not have a relationship whatsoever with the company. They would never be the employee of the company, former employee of the company, or the supplier of the company, no stake in the company. Okay, so you should know. So maybe again, no, they can't. They will not. NED cannot hold the share, because if they do, then they have a big stake. When they would never want the share prices to drop in that case. So maybe if the profits are inflated, they would still want them to be inflated. They would not want they would not want a fraud to get uncovered, because if a fraud gets exposed, the share prices will drop and it will be a loss to the NEDs. Okay, so this is the board structure. The board structure is okay. We don't know how diverse this structure is, means how many males, how many females. Do we have people from different skill set in the structure? Okay, we don't have information about that. Then the board committees. So we already have these audit risk committees, nomination, remuneration. Now what you have to do is go through the roles, the roles and the benefits of these committees again. They may ask you a question on this. So go through this topic again, all these 4-5 committees, and what are the benefits. Okay. Another possible question is, should we also have a strategy committee in the company? So we have this audit committee, risk committee, nominations, remuneration. So there was a question in exam before that what are the benefits and problems with setting up a strategy committee in the company. So I'll give you answers for that. Okay, one thing which I can see is, we need a lot of innovation, we need a lot of technology investment. However, we do not have a chief technology officer. We do not have a person who is taking care of the IT. Okay, there's no one, right? So we have a chief commercial officer, marketing people, operating officer, chief technology officer is missing, chief information officer, someone who is collecting all the data, someone who is analyzing this data, making decisions basis that. So a CIO, which is the chief information officer, and the chief technology officer is missing from the structure. Yeah, definitely. A question can come on why should the audit and the risk committee be separated? Good, Kunal. So you said, can they ask why is the audit committee, risk committee one? If yes, definitely. This question is expected. That why these two committees should be separate.
Yeah, this question was there in one of the past papers.
This was there. High chance this can come. Chance is very high. Okay. Why should we separate these two? This is actually a past question, and this can come. So I'll be giving you answers. Okay. Now comes the operations part. I really want you to interact also with me, so that if I'm missing something, if you have some insights, share it with me. Okay, now we have operations, ingredient suppliers. MC uses suppliers, most of which are located in Ireland. A significant majority of MC's customers select traditional, a significant majority, so which means more than 50% of MC's customers select traditional island-based recipes regularly. Okay, island-based recipes means national recipes. Means we don't want to try international recipes. We don't want to try international dish. As a nation, island people are proud of its local traditions and traditional recipes, and the population is loyal and supportive of local producers and their products. So if at all, there is a question around pestle, then in the social part, I can mention this. Because in the social part, I have to talk about the behavior of society, the expectations, the nature, the taste, preferences of the society, the culture. So here I can say that the people are very traditional. They prefer local food, local recipes. They don't want to try out international recipes. Okay. And people support local producers. So maybe this is how we differentiate. We do not order raw materials from outside the country. We take it from the local farmers. Okay. And that is the reason why our customers are loyal to us. And that is why my customer retention rate is higher than the industry. So this is one of the basis how this company is differentiating. Okay. Whereas the rest of the companies, maybe they are not making traditional recipes, but since more than 50% of the population want traditional recipes, so this is why I'm successful in the rest of the companies, and that is why my customer retention rate is higher than the rest. Okay. So this can go in the pestle part. Next is quality and sustainability are important criteria for MC when selecting suppliers. And each supplier undergoes a detailed assessment before their ingredients are used in MC's meal kit recipes. Now, if there is a question on why should we invest in supplier relationship management software, if they ask you this question, maybe we can mention this, that we have more than 600 suppliers and we also do a detailed audit of their ingredients before we register them as our supplier. So therefore, keeping a track of all these details, you need a dashboard where all the suppliers can be onboarded and all their details can be seen in one go from a single portal. And for this reason, an SRM software is beneficial for the company. Okay. MC's preference is to work with best in-class suppliers who hold certifications for safety and quality. MC also encourages and supports its suppliers in biodiversity and sustainability activities. So I also see a question on EMAS. So do you know this EMAS?
These are environmental audit standards, something like this, right?
Environmental standards, environmental accounting standards, right? So maybe what do you say, the regulator of this country, they want all the meal kit companies to adopt EMAS. Okay. So now the question is that how can MC adopt EMAS? If MC has to adopt EMAS, how is it going to adopt it? Because already we are doing a lot of things. Okay, no, they will not ask you what is EMAS. Usually these bookish questions, see, they assume that you have knowledge of this. They assume that you know what EMAS is. Usually they don't ask you questions like what is big data, what is EMAS. Okay, they don't ask you to give any definitions or explanation. They want you to apply this knowledge. Okay, so they can ask you this, that how can we implement EMAS. Okay, now when we implement EMAS, we try to have a positive footprint on the environment, but we not just regulate ourselves, we also try to control our suppliers. I want not just my company to be friendly to the environment, I also want my supplier to adopt the best environmental practices. So now I have to do audits and inspection of my suppliers also. So we are already doing this to some extent, but if we have to do it mandatorily, in that case I have to formalize all my policies. I have to give trainings to my employees. I have to explain them that if we do not abide by this law, there will be heavy penalties imposed upon us. So we need to do it. So many of the farmers, sorry, just a second. MC also encourages its suppliers in biodiversity and sustainability activities. So I'm also encouraging my suppliers to use biodegradable packaging material, eco-friendly raw materials, eco-friendly ways of growing wheat and potatoes, etc. I'm encouraging my farmers to use organic to grow food organically without using pesticides and insecticides, right? So I'm encouraging my suppliers to do it. Okay. So if there is a question on integrated reporting, in that there is a capital which is known as social capital. Tell me, what do we write in social capital part? What is the meaning of social capital? The relationships I have with the various stakeholders of the company. So one of the important stakeholder is my supplier and farmers. So I have good relations with my supplier. I support my supplier and encourage them to adopt sustainable to adopt sustainable practices. I also encourage my farmers to use organic farming methods without insecticides, pesticides. Okay, so this is what you need to mention in your social capital part of integrated reporting. Okay, now in the social capital, now see this, in the social capital, you have to talk about relationships with everyone. So before mentioning what kind of a relationship you have, first identify the stakeholders. So one is the farmers, another is the suppliers, then is the charitable organizations or food banks, right? So just mention that we encourage our farmers to grow organically. We encourage our suppliers to be eco-friendly. We also, donate a lot of our food, surplus food, to the food banks and charities. So we have good relations with all of them. So that's what you need to mention in the social capital. Okay. But in the integrated question, in the integrated reporting question, in one line, explain the meaning of social capital. That's better. Okay. So in social capital means the relationships with various stakeholders, which helps MC create long-term value. So this is the meaning of social capital. So explain the meaning of social capital in one line, and then just talk about what kind of demands and expectations you have from your farmers, what kind of expectations you have from the suppliers, and what do you do for the food banks, etc. Okay. So in total, maximum 4 lines, you can explain your social capital. 4 to 5 lines. Clear? Any doubts in this? How to write integrated reporting question? Okay. Now, to help maximize efficiency and help minimize waste, MC uses algorithms which predict recipes ordered by customers and therefore MC's demand for each week, meaning it can order the right amount of ingredients from suppliers to reduce waste. So basically, that we are using big data, probably using predictive big data tools to predict what recipes would be ordered by the customers in the next week, so that we can estimate how much ingredients or how much raw material we need to order from my suppliers, so that I will order exactly what the customers would demand. So this will minimize the wastages. Is this clear? Is this clear? I am basically procuring from my suppliers exactly what the customers are going to demand. Okay, so this ensures that the wastage, the food wastage goes down. So maybe I'm using the help of big data tools to do the same. And because of this, my food wastage is less than 1%. So less than 1% in terms of weight of all the purchased ingredients do not make it to customers in the meal kit production process. Less than 1% of all the purchased ingredients do not make it to customers in the meal kit production process. The majority of edible unused ingredients are donated to food banks or charitable institutes. Unused ingredients not fit for human consumption is used for animal feed, and only inedible waste is either burnt or thrown in the landfills. So out of the total waste that I have, some is given to charities, some for the animal feed, some is burnt or sent to the landfills. Okay, clear? Some ingredients such as dried herbs and spices, rice, pasta, and tinned ingredients can be stored for longer periods because they have a long shelf life, and therefore these are often purchased in bulk and stored in a warehouse located next to MC's production factory. So this is the production factory of MC. Here production takes place. Here we have a warehouse. So in this warehouse, we store all those items which have a longer shelf life. And since they have a long shelf life, I order them in bulk in advance and then I store them in this warehouse. Clear? However, fresh ingredients which have a shorter shelf life, like fruits and vegetables and ingredients which have to be chilled, such as meat and dairy products, are delivered within 24 to 48 hours of when needed, determined by the orders placed by the customers. So when it comes to the shorter shelf life ingredients, I do not do bulk ordering. So I do it basis the demands of the orders, demands of the customers. So when it comes to these kind of ingredients, I follow just in time purchase policy. You understand just in time?
Yes, I'm ordering as and when the demand
Whenever needed.
rises.
Yeah. So fresh ingredients such as fruits and vegetables which have to be chilled are delivered to us, means to MC, within 48 hours or when needed. Okay. So let's say the customer needs it on Monday. So I mean, I basically do not, I pre-order it, but not much in advance. I do it just in time. Okay. These items are delivered directly to the fresh food storage area of MC's production factory. So in the production factory itself, here, in this factory only, there is a fresh food storage area. Maybe you have a cold chain in this. So in this cold chain, I'm going to put all the shorter shelf life ingredients. Whereas the ingredients which have a longer shelf life will go in the warehouse. Is it clear? Now this cold, yes.
Not getting those ingredients on time if they're being ordered just in time.
Yeah, so this is a risk that we are facing, which can be called as a logistic issue. So yeah, if we order and it's not available, we are not able to fulfill the customer order. So this is also a risk that we are facing. Okay. Okay. Now this cold chain area or this fresh food storage area is temperature controlled and is where the fresh and chilled products are delivered and stored for a short space of time before moving to the production line, where meal kit boxes are put together. So I hope this much is clear. So where do we put the long shelf life ingredients and where do we put the short shelf life ingredients? The suppliers deliver all the chilled and the fresh food products pre-proportioned. Now see this. The suppliers are not giving us in bulk to us. They are giving it pre-portioned so that we don't have to probably wait and all. Just let me just read this again. The suppliers deliver all the chilled and the fresh food products pre-portioned, either 1, 2 or 4 meal portions. MC works closely with most of its suppliers to minimize any packaging used and insists that wherever possible, suppliers use recyclable or biodegradable packaging when they deliver to MC. So when it comes to the short shelf life products, the suppliers are giving it to us by measuring it. So they send us in packaging. Let's say it's meant for 1 person or 1 serve. So they are to quantify it. So this is 100 gram of potatoes. So this is how they deliver it to us. Okay. So when it comes to the chilled food is getting delivered to us pre-portioned. Next is packaging. Packaging is an important element of meal kit box. MC purchases all the meal kit box packaging from one supplier based in Ireland, which is located 20 kilometers from MC's meal kit production factory. Now, what is the name of this supplier? Is it given? I think it's not given, right? Is it given?
GoFlow.
No, GoFlow to
Delivery
partner, na? Delivery partner.
Yes.
Yeah. Talking
No,
about the packaging partner. Name is not given, right? So maybe we'll have the name in the unseen. Okay, so this packaging partner is located 20 kilometers away from us. The supplier provides two key packaging components. Now, this is also a risk. We are dependent upon a single supplier for packaging also. So maybe we should have multiple suppliers or a backup supplier. The supplier provides two key packaging components which make up a meal kit box. So we get one chill box, which is made of 100% recyclable cardboard, designed to safely keep the chilled ingredients. The chill box contains an ice pack, which is can be kept by the customer to be reused at home. Now this is good because the customer doesn't need to throw it away. Customer can reuse it, reuse the chill box. Okay. Next is an outer box, the main box, which is made of strong, durable, 100% recyclable cardboard. This box comes in a variety of sizes to accommodate the different portion sizes and number of recipes ordered by the customer. So there are smaller boxes and bigger boxes. Boxes are supplied to MC flat packed. What is flat packed?
Compressed.
Basically, it is flat, not assembled. Disassembled, right? Like flat cardboard sheets. Flat cardboard sheets which can be converted to box. And why are we getting it in flat pack form? So why are we getting this in flat pack form?
मैम आई थिंक वैक्यूम पैकिंग से स्टोरेज भी बहुत कम हो जाएगा और वो खराब नहीं होगा उसके अंदर जो खाना होगा वो
नहीं वैक्यूम पैकिंग
It will be
नहीं,
easy
ये
to
फ्लैट
store
पैकिंग
these boxes, no? Like if they are already arranged in a box form, it will occupy more space in the storage room. But if it is flat, so we can expect like more.
Yeah, so you can transport more boxes this way in flat pack form. Okay, rather than giving boxes in assembled form. Assembled boxes will occupy a lot of space unnecessarily. So this will increase the transportation cost. However, if you supply the boxes in flat packed in sheet form, this will reduce the space occupied by one box. You can transport a lot of boxes in one go. This will reduce the transportation cost. This will reduce the fuel cost. This will reduce the fuel consumption. It is more friendly for the environment. It will reduce the carbon emissions. Okay. So therefore, the boxes are supplied to MC flat pack in order to optimize the storage space, maximize the storage space, and then they are formed into a box shape when they are selected for use at the start of the meal kit production process. Now, this process of basically assembling it into a box is done by the robots in MC. MC works closely in partnership with its packaging supplier to design and develop the latest and most environmentally friendly packaging solutions. Now, meal kit box production. Now, let's see meal kit boxes which are flat packed. How do they get converted into a box? Now, MC operates from one large production factory. We just have one centralized production. Okay. And in this production factory, all the meal kit box production takes place. At this facility, there are 4 separate production lines which operate 16 hours per day, 7 days a week. Okay, so basically the meal kits are made 16 hours a day. It's not 24 hours. Probably we are not working during nights, and the rest of the day, 16 hours we are working. And we have got 4 facilities or 4 production lines, or maybe 4 arrangement of machines where the production takes place. At the start of the production line, the production information system. Now again, another MIS that we are talking about is production information system. Production information system produces a label for each meal kit box which contains a unique barcode. So initially, let's say I got a customer order from Vaishali. Now Vaishali ordered a particular recipe which has 5 ingredients. So first I will make a label, okay, which mention these 5 ingredients. Now this label is computerized. It is prepared by the production information system, and this label has a unique barcode. So when you scan the barcode, you can understand what are the 5 components that were ordered by Vishali and what are the 5 ingredients I need to put inside this meal box. So at the start of the production line, the production information system produces a label for each meal kit box. The label gets pasted onto the box, which contains a unique barcode. A robot reads this barcode and selects the correct sized outer box, because these outer boxes are of various sizes. A robot will first read the barcode, means how many ingredients have to be kept inside the box. If the number of ingredients are less, then the robot will select a smaller sized outer box. And then the robot is going to convert this cardboard sheet into a box. Clear? Now this process of understanding the right size of the box and the process of converting the sheet into a box is done by the robot. Okay. So the robot reads this barcode and then selects the correct size outer box and forms this into a box shape. A second robot then places an empty chill box into the outer box. This second process is also done by the robot. This then moves through several stages of the production line where the different ingredients are added to the meal kit box. Okay. At each stage, the barcode is scanned by a human operative who selects the correct recipe items and places them into the meal kit box. Now, this process is not automated. This is done by a human operative. This process is not done by a robot. Means Vishali ordered 5 items. Now, selecting those items and putting them inside the box is done by a human being, not by a robot. So it is a scope for improvement here that we can even automate this process. The final stage of production is a final quality check. This is again not done by a robot. This is also done by human operative to ensure that all the correct ingredients ordered by Vishali have been properly packed. Then what happens is the inner chill box lid, because we had put a chill box also inside. So this chill box lid is closed and then the outer box is sealed. That again by a human operative. So I can see 4-5 processes here. 2 processes are done by robot and the rest are done by human operatives. So even the other processes can be done by robots. The time taken from the start of the meal kit production to the dispatch to the customer normally takes around 3 hours. Don't you think it's a very long time? One meal kit is taking 3 hours. What do you think? Isn't it a long time? Don't you think we need to do something to reduce this time? Amy?
Automate the procedure where it involves human operators also, which increase time.
Yeah, we need to automate a lot of our processes. 3 hours is a very long time. So just one meal kit pertaining to one customer is taking us around 3 hours. So that's a very long time. So maybe, what I'm seeing is they are focusing upon the processes a lot. And they have even given us 3 hours ka time duration. This signals, this is giving us a hint that they might ask us a question on process improvement, efficiency, how to improve efficiency, how to improve the processes, how to automate them, or how to reduce the production time. Yes, Shaman?
Ma'am, just had a question with the 16 hours per day, 7 days a week employee work. Could there be a question on employee balance,
work-life
satisfaction? Because it's 7 days a week and 16 hours per day.
Maybe we have 2 shifts. Okay. Maybe we have 2 shifts, but yes, if we don't have 2 shifts, then yes, you can mention this. So right now we don't know whether we have people working in 2 shifts of 8 hours each, or whether the same people are working for 16 hours straight. We don't have this information. But yes, if there's a question around labor issues, labor exploitation, work-life balance issues, then you can mention this. You can mention, first of all, the use of more robots, so that the stress and the burden of the human operatives gets lowered. Secondly, introduce 2 shifts, okay, and hire more people.
Can we also suggest to add more production lines, like standardizing the number of meals? So, if the number of meals ordered by a customer is 2, so one production line for that, then one for 4, and then one for a single meal box, something like that, depending on the portion size.
What we can do, we can increase the number of production lines, but let's not tell them the basis. How should they do it? How should they decide which line should do what? But yeah, we can tell them that we can invest in more production lines, or we can automate our processes. I think if we do automation, this 3 hours can at least become 1 or 1.5.
Also,
okay, because yes.
No, ma'am. Go on.
Yeah, because selection of the recipes, selection of the ingredients, and putting them into the cart, into the box, takes a lot of time. We have got so many ingredients, maybe more than 1,000 ingredients available in the kitchen counter or the production facility. Now, from that, selecting which is the right one takes a lot of time. So if we can automate this part, I think we can bring down our production time from 3 hours. Yes.
Ma'am, I was asking, wouldn't MC require more than one production factory also? Because if there's any damage to that factory, the business is over. Working on a single point failure.
See, this is one way. Increasing the production line, number of lines, or the factory. This is one way. This is a very straightforward way of reducing the burden. But I think the better answer would be automating this. Okay. See, in the exam, they will not ask you. They will simply ask you how to improve the process. Okay, so if they ask you how to improve the process, then in that case, you don't have to mention about increasing the lines or the factories. Then you need to mention what's wrong with my process and how to improve that.
Okay.
Okay, so I don't think any problem in the process. I mean, the sequence is okay. At first, you decide. First, you print the label. Okay, and first you decide what label should be there. You paste it onto the box, and then someone keeps scanning the label, keeps seeing what ingredients are needed. But this should be done by a robot. And even the first stage of quality check should be done by a robot, and maybe the second stage we can have a human operative. Okay.
So nothing on another factory or.
Another factory could be one of the points, but that involves lots and lots of investment. Yes. So if they ask you a question on process improvement, then that's not the right answer. Yeah. Okay, but if they frame their question in a different way, then but this is not the right. So then you have to word it. You just have to say that maybe it depends. I mean, do we even need a new factory or not? Because factory means you need to buy machinery, you need to buy land. I mean, you need to buy property, you need to hire more people. No, I don't think that would be a right answer.
I just thought that because एक ही factory है and so if any incident or something happens to that one factory, the company would just shut down.
See, in that case, we have, it's a risk that if something goes wrong with that factory, then in that case, we have insurance. We have fire insurance, flood insurance. Okay, but we can't invest in 2 buildings like that. I mean, let's say I have 100 customers ordering from me, and I'm able to meet the demand from one factory. Then there's no point of operating from 2 factories in that case.
Okay.
So it will be a big. I mean, they test commercial acumen skill, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So if you recommend that we should purchase another factory, we should operate from 2 factories, then this answer would lack commercial acumen skill.
Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah, because it's a lot of investment, more building, more machinery, so that won't be the right answer. So it's a risk, but for that risk we have insurances, right? We have fire insurance, we have flood insurance. We should have a disaster recovery plan with us. like what to do in case there's fire, how to, there should be, fire alarms, there should be fire extinguishers. So these are some possible steps, but that doesn't mean that we will, purchase another building.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Fine. Okay. I think there's a very likely question on process improvement, because they have given us very specifically that the time taken is 3 hours, and 3 hours is a long time. So a lot of innovation, automation is needed in this. Next is distribution. Okay, now how do we distribute our meal kits? Delivery of the completed kit boxes to customers is carried out by third-party logistics supplier GoFlow, which is based in Ireland. Again, a problem, because we are dependent upon one person. Why not 2 people? Okay, why not more people? GoFlow's vehicles are all equipped with the latest refrigeration technology. MC works in close partnership with GoFlow to ensure optimization of route planning. Now, MC works in close partnership with GoFlow to ensure optimization of route planning, to minimize carbon emissions in the distribution process, and to ensure the deliveries are made on schedule, to maximize the freshness of the meal kit contents. So you see this, even though it is not MC's job, see, MC just has to ensure that GoFlow delivers the meal kits to the customers on time. Okay, we should not be concerned about how GoFlow is managing all this. But since we are an ethical company, since we are a green company, we are also ensuring that not just GoFlow delivers the kits to the customers on time, but it is also using the best routes to reduce the carbon emissions or the travel time. The travel time, या फिर travel kilometers. Okay. So this route optimization is also done by us in assistance, like we are partnering with GoFlow, and then we are suggesting GoFlow that this is the right route to take. This is the right route to take, right? Because see, on a given day, let's say today is 29th January. So on this day, GoFlow has to make 200 deliveries in Ireland itself. Now in Ireland, let's say there are many cities. This is one city, second city. Now let's say we're talking about this city, city number 1. In city 1, I have to make 50 deliveries. Okay. So GoFlow, or sorry, MC would be suggesting this GoFlow that first make the delivery here. Okay, there are maximum deliveries are in this place. So start from here, then go this way, so that MC doesn't want GoFlow to travel a lot and incur a lot of transportation fuel and transportation cost. So we are telling them how to go about with the deliveries. So we are telling them the best routes to take, so that the travel time goes down, the transportation time goes down, the fuel cost goes down, and we are able to reduce my carbon emissions. So this is what MC is doing. Now, I don't know whether do we have an app for the same or not, route optimization app. Do we have it? Do we not have it? We don't have information on this. So maybe just let me mention it here. Benefits of investing. So basically the pros and cons of investing in route optimization app. Okay, this can be used as a point. Yes. Pratyush, you can use this point in natural capital. Good. This point can be used in natural capital of the integrated reporting. Okay, natural capital, we can always use this point. Do you know what is natural capital of integrated reporting?
Being environment friendly.
Yeah, so basically what are we doing for the environment? Okay, so what are we doing for the environment? So when I say what are we doing for the environment, see, first you can mention what are we doing with GoFlow. We are telling them the best routes to take to reduce the fuel usage and carbon emissions. When it comes to my packaging supplier, the name is not mentioned, but I'm also telling them to use, these biodegradable, recyclable materials. Thirdly, I'm also, taking all the deliveries of my boxes in flat packed form, okay, so that the transportation cost, fuel usage goes down. Thirdly, I'm also telling my farmers to use, to grow their food organically without pesticides, fertilizers. When it comes to my other suppliers, I'm telling them to use recyclable materials, biodegradable materials, right? So all this can be mentioned in the natural capital. Here, any doubts in this? Okay, now tell me, are you finding this? Are you getting some insights from me? Some good insights from me? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Fine. All right. Okay. Or are you finding you already knew all this? It's a repeat. Should I increase my speed or what? Yeah. Okay. The speed is fine, right? Okay, fine. So now we are seeing the risk report. Okay. Okay, fine, Vijay. So we are seeing the risk report now. Now the first risk that we are facing is competition risk. Competition means we operate in a highly competitive environment where customers have many choices of what they eat, where they eat, how they eat. How they eat means they can purchase vegetables and cook on their own from scratch, or they can get ready to cook meals, or they can get ready to eat meals. So they have option. They can eat in restaurants, they can eat at home, and what they eat. So they've got many options. This includes direct competitors like Freshe, and indirect competitors, which include grocery stores, restaurants, and other food delivery businesses. So, when it comes to substitutes, threat of substitutes in Porter's 5 forces. The substitutes, restaurants are also the substitute. Okay, restaurants, even the grocery stores are also the substitutes. And other companies like Freshe are also substitutes. Fine. Now, next is the legal and the regulatory part. Our business of selling fresh food products online directly to customers means that we are subject to several laws and regulations. One more thing, don't you think in order to increase our visibility, in order to increase our revenue, don't you think we can get listed on some food aggregator apps like Zomato? What do you think? Right now, we are selling directly to the customers through our website. So don't you think we can also get MC listed on some food aggregator apps like Zomato?
Ma'am, won't that make the product more costly because the commission also we added? Plus the food delivery app will also take delivery into their hands, right?
Yeah, that is okay. See, definitely transportation, there will be some commissions, but then revenue will also increase multifold because it will improve our visibility. More and more people who are using Zomato will get to know about this company. Right? See, there's many small restaurants. If they want to get popular, they get themselves listed on Zomato, and people who earlier were not aware of their names, they get to know about them. Right? So we get a lot of visibility. Our revenue also improves. So why not get listed on some food aggregator apps? Please don't mention the name Zomato. Please don't mention any real company name. You can simply mention food aggregator apps. Okay. So we can start selling in supermarkets. We can also get listed on food aggregator apps, and we can also set up a mobile application, a mobile app. Here, people get listed on Zomato. See, the net revenue always improves, even though there is a commission involved. But still, at the end, we are able to make good profits.
Ma'am, would would MC provide food kits in the supermarket?
Yes, we can partner with them.
So wouldn't there be other products of other competitors as well?
Yes.
Would it really increase their market share, or?
No, it will increase. Earlier we are just selling online. So now we are selling online as well as offline. Right? Earlier we were just selling online. Now we are selling offline also. So yes, to some extent our revenue will improve. So if there are not any other meal kit companies selling in supermarkets, then we will get a lot of visibility. So even if we have competitors, see, competition is everywhere. Competition is online also then. Competition is online also. Competition is offline also. Okay. We're just trying to increase our market share somehow.
But that would also require additional cost, right? Because the products we provide would be different from the ones we provide on a weekly basis. So shelf life and different packaging so that it doesn't, get bad over because of bad weather or anything like that.
Okay, so you're trying to say that when we sell in supermarkets, see, when we actually sell in supermarkets, a lot of our processes will undergo a change. First thing, it's a subscription model. So no, it will no longer be subscription model then. If you're selling in supermarkets, it will not be subscription model, right? And then yes, the packaging will undergo a change. Lot many changes will happen. So maybe we don't need to talk about that. Okay, we can simply just mention we can collaborate with supermarkets and we can put our kits on the shelves of the supermarkets to increase our visibility and revenue. Okay, but see, I mean, we are not going into the intricacies of how will we sell in supermarkets because it would mean a major change, right? See, our packaging will undergo a change. Then what kind of recipes I offer there in the supermarkets will be very different from what I sell online. Right? And also the kits which I sell in supermarkets will be very generic kits. Okay, these may not be vegan, right? I will be selling very, very, very popular recipes only in the supermarkets, right? And the food wastages will also be very high in the supermarkets. So there will be a whole set of different problems which I'll be facing if I sell in supermarkets, but we don't have to talk about it. See, if the question simply asks you how to maximize revenue, then simply mention that we can collaborate with supermarkets. Don't start talking about the problems there. Okay, there will be problems, but don't talk about it. If the question simply asks how to maximize revenue, so if you're making one point around supermarkets, just mention that if we collaborate with supermarkets, I can put my kits on the shelves, improve my visibility, improve my revenue. That's it. Don't start talking about what problems will I face, my food wastages will improve, or my carbon emissions will be high. So don't talk about that.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Also, one last question. Just in case they ask to list the pros and cons both, then we can mention about the competition and all these things, right?
Okay, so if you're saying if they talk about pros and cons of collaborating with supermarkets.
Yeah. So if they ask that, how would you like the idea is proposed to the board, and how would the board, how would you address the board on the idea?
Then you can mention everything
or acceptable and all that.
Yeah, then you can talk about it will improve our visibility, it will improve our revenue. But then on the flip side, my food wastage will increase, carbon emissions will be higher. Okay, and then the products would be standard, not much tailored to people's needs. Okay, but the question, these kind of questions, which are very, very specific now, they don't usually ask you these kind of questions, like problems of collaborating with supermarkets, because this requires a lot of industry knowledge. Okay, so these kind of questions, the chances are very low. But yeah, if they get asked, you can put this.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
You can simply put this in ChatGPT. Okay, just mention what are the pros and cons of cons if we collaborate, if meal kit companies collaborate with, or if meal kit companies start selling in supermarkets. So you can put this question in ChatGPT. You will get an answer.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, Madhu, you're asking sponsorship. Tresha is asking, what if they explore into the heat and eat services? Yes. So Tresha, this is another way of improving our revenue. That why not start, diversifying and enter the heat and eat services. Not diversifying. This is actually what do you call it? As per the answer, you call it as. So one is penetration. Another is
market development, product development,
market development, and diversification. So yeah, this is product development. It's a new product which is in the same market. So you can also mention that we can start selling heat and eat services, heat and eat products. Madhu is saying, can we include sponsorship? Okay. Sponsorship from whom? Corporates or sponsorship from gyms? Sponsorship, yes, we can mention this. So we are going to, I'll tell you. See, one way is start selling heat and eat products. Yes. Another is, why not collaborate with influencers, celebrities, and ask them to, to shoot some unboxing reels of the meal kits. Okay? Meal kits can be shot by influencers. I'll give you this answer in detail. Okay, then why not, ask gyms to advertise your product as gyms. You can even collaborate with corporates, where corporates purchase our kits and make food for their staff from our kits. Okay, in their canteens. Even you can collaborate with schools also. You can collaborate with schools also. You can collaborate with charitable organizations also. Maybe that's expensive for them. But yeah, you can mention if you want gyms, schools, because schools have canteens, companies have canteens for the staff. So even the gyms can sponsor us. We can get celebrities. Okay, fine. Ivana is saying, if we enter into other countries with island people has gone for their studies. Ivana, what are you trying to say?
I thought we are preparing cuisines of alien, right? So I thought, why not when people shift to another countries or go for their studies or job, they can buy our food products so that they can enjoy their home meal.
Okay, fine. So, I mean, you have to frame your answer not this way. You have to say ki either go global, completely global, not only for people who have shifted temporarily to outside island. Because doing business means you have to first set an infrastructure, set up an infrastructure. You need to collaborate with the suppliers, farmers, packaging suppliers. Okay, and that takes a lot of money and time. So we can't do it only for island-based people. We have to do it for everyone. Maybe we can change our recipes in that case, now. If we go global, in that case we can't we can't sell island-based cuisines only. In that case, we have to change our recipes. We have to adapt ourselves basis the preferences and taste of the customers of that country. Fine.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, Kunal is saying, Kunal, can you speak out your question?
Ma'am, so we are using recipe cards with the pictorial representation of how to prepare the food, right? So instead of that, we can just put a QR code which they can scan and it'll show them how to make the whole recipe video. It'll save cost in the packaging also.
Okay, so instead of very good point. So instead of putting this recipe card, which obviously you need to print a lot of pictures and text onto this recipe card, and this card itself is a cost, right? Someone is making this recipe card, so that's also a cost. That also involves some time and cost. And it's again, it's a recipe card made of some paper, right? So again, it's not good for the environment. So why not have a QR code affixed onto the meal kit box, which if scanned by the customers, they can go to the company's website and see all the recipes there itself. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yes. So yes, we can do that. It's a good point. Actually, it's a good point. So mention this QR code thing as well. I'm just copy pasting what you said. So instead of using recipe cards, why not have a QR code affixed onto the meal kit box itself, so that this way what can we do? This way we can reduce my production time of 3 hours. Secondly, I can save a lot of money. It is good for the environment also. I can attract green customers also. I can even put this thing, if I do it, I can put this thing into my integrated reporting point also. But please, also one more thing. I just want to tell everyone, if there is a question on integrated reporting, you don't have to give any recommendation in the integrated reporting. You have to mention what we are actually already doing. So in the natural capital part, you can't put this QR code thing, okay, because we are not doing it. It is just a recommendation. So recommendations don't form a part of integrated reporting. Only those points will make a part which we have already done, which are already in implementation. So this QR code thing will not be put inside natural capital thing. Is it fine here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, recipe card point, yes. Definitely it's a good point. But you know, when you recommend something like QR code, mention the benefits also. It will save money, it will save paper, good for the environment. And people who can't read, maybe who can just see. Okay, people who can't read, sorry. I just said people who can't read but can't see. Yeah, people who are not literate. Maybe they can just see through pictures, okay? But don't explain this in detail. I mean, this much is fine. Just say it is good for the planet. It will save paper, save the planet. Okay, recipe printed. Tushar is saying a recipe printed onto the meal box. You know, Tushar, the meal box would not be that large, right? And you're printing a lot of recipes because see, we out of the ingredients you can make 2-3 recipes. So it's not just one recipe that you are going to print on the box. There will be so many recipes. So it will become very messy if you do it on the box itself. Better is the QR thing. Also, when you print the recipe, again, you waste a lot of ink. Right, Tushar? When you print the recipe onto the box, you are using a lot of ink. That again involves a lot of cost, a lot of time. Also, yes, definitely, Tuisha. We can even throw away the box. But just for the sake of the recipe, you have to preserve the box also. So that doesn't make any sense. So better is the QR code. Also, you know, when it is raining or sometimes the ink gets, you are not probably able to see it properly. So it's better that we have a QR code with us.
Ma'am, I have a point here. Hello.
Yes.
So when I was going through HelloFresh and Blue Apron, the real examples, I observed one thing related to recipe cards, that customers keep the recipe cards and they buy their own groceries instead of ordering recipes from the company. So it can be a threat.
No, you're saying for HelloFresh, what people do, people are not purchasing the recipes. People are not
No.
purchasing the kits.
Yes, because of the recipe cards. The recipe cards, people are using the recipe cards, they are keeping it with them. And instead of placing orders with the HelloFresh or any other organization, they're just buying their own groceries and they're using the recipe cards.
Okay. So if they're actually doing this, see, yeah, it's a threat. But you know, let's not consider it as a even though it is a threat. Let's not consider it as a threat for this paper. Why? Because if it were a threat, they would have mentioned it to us in the pre-scene.
Okay.
Okay. See, it's not that. See, if I see the pre-scene, they have given us how many risks? Just 4 risks, right? But it's not that the companies are just facing these 4 risks. There would be around 10 more risks. But for the sake of the paper, we just need to stick to these 4.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Any other I think there was some other point also. Someone was saying, Muskan is saying we can give the meal kits to the hospitals. Definitely, we can partner with the hospitals, with the gyms. See, hospitals, gyms are the places where people are health conscious. At least when they're during their tenure with the hospitals, people are sick already. So they want hygienic, nutritious food. So when it comes to hospitals, gyms, corporate schools, we can collaborate with all 4 of them. We can do it with all 4 of them. Okay.
Ma'am, for that they would need to focus more on the quality, no?
They would need to focus more on the quality. You mean the meal kit company?
Sorry?
You're saying? I didn't understand.
No, so if we are providing meal kits to the hospital, so AFSA as a regulator is very strict.
Correct.
So, but when we provide it to the hospitals, I think there would be much more regulations applied on what you can provide, and basically
No,
more
see,
strict ways to
huh.
address the issues.
See, the thing is that if a hospital is ordering something from us, definitely they would not be ordering pasta and noodles. Okay. So maybe they would be ordering some soups from us. Okay, maybe porridge, soups, maybe some bread from us, maybe eggs from us. So since we are following the AFSA regulations, it is also safe for the patients also. It is safe. It is equally safe for the patients also. It's just that the type of product, the type of recipes that they would be ordering from us would be very different. Because since it's a hospital, definitely hospital won't be ordering pizzas from us. They would be ordering something very basic. Okay, something which is light on the stomach, something which is easily digestible. But it is equally safe for the patients also. I mean, did I answer your question?
Yes, ma'am.
Or were you? So it is equally safe. I mean, even though they are patients, it's okay. I mean, it doesn't really matter because we are following AFSA. So AFSA means the food has to be hygienic, it has to be nutritious, there is no cross contamination. But the hospital will be asking for a very different thing, and a hospital's portion size might be less, might be more. Their frequency would be higher, and the number of meal kits that they order from us will be very high, right? Muskan is saying for hospitals, market segregation should have to be done in dietary range. Yeah, definitely. You can have another range, especially for hospitals also. But you know what? If hospitals order from you now, they don't. They would actually do bulk ordering from us. So that would be a special order. That's a separate order. Okay, for those we can always customize for them. We have to do a lot of customization for hospitals. That would in fact be a separate contract with the hospitals, because hospitals perhaps won't be using our app that much. So we would have a different contract with the hospitals. It would be a bulk contract, long-term contract with them. Okay, so it will be very different terms and conditions. So if at all we do a contract with the hospital, it will be a very different term and condition that we offer to the other people. So the terms and conditions offered by us to the other customers will be very different from what we offer to the hospitals, because hospitals are actually doing bulk ordering from us. It's a huge ordering with a very high frequency. So so Muskan, it will be a different contract with the hospital. So if at all we enter into a contract with a hospital or a school canteen or a gym, it will be a very different kind of a contract. Like it's not the usual contract that you see on the app, okay, of this company. Bhumi is saying only few types of meal would be beneficial to hospitals, like basic meals. Yes, so it will be very basic meals only, like soups, plain soups. It will be a basic meal. Or maybe we can curate special recipes for hospitals. So if at all we get to do a contract with a hospital, we will curate new recipes. We will ask our chefs to make new recipes, especially for this hospital. So hospital, maybe a hospital will send us a few requirements, what they want. So maybe we will create new recipes for them. Okay, it's a new product actually, which we are making for the hospital. Okay, fine. Yeah, let's now take a break. Okay, let's take a break now, and then we'll continue with the what do you say, the risk report. Fine. I think we have done a lot of discussion. Okay, so let's.
You'll share the notes today?
Yeah, I will be sharing. See, at 10 we are ending the session. Give me some time. Maybe after 12 a.m., 1 a.m. around, I'll be sharing the notes.
Okay, ma'am.
Fine. Basically, yeah. So, okay, now let's take a break till. It will be a shorter break this time, so maybe till 9:15. All right, okay. Can we start?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, any doubts so far? Okay,
Could
so we were seeing. Yes.
Could a question on value chain come?
Value chain. Yes, value chain can come, because see, in the value chain question only, we have to do innovation, we have to do automation. So there are some prime. What is value chain first of all?
So inbound logistics,
Outbound logistics,
operations,
manufacturing, right?
marketing, service, outbound logistics.
And some support activities like HR, finance, infrastructure.
Procurement.
So yeah, so how to improve our value chain? Basically, how to improve our processes. So how to do innovation, how to automate these processes or the value chain, this question can come. Okay, I've included this question also in my list. Okay, so we were seeing the 4 risks that the company is facing. First, we have seen. Second is legal risk. So our business is selling fresh food products online. So we are subjected to several laws and regulations. Okay. Meal kits have been linked to food poisoning and illnesses, and some have been subjected to recalls in other parts of the world. Do you know what are product recalls?
Yes, on the product has a manufacturing defect or something, and they call it back, and it's not fit for consumption or end user.
Yeah, so basically in the product recalls, we ask people to return it back to us because it is not fit for consumption. We are subject to rigorous external checks by AFSA every 6 months, and our license to operate depends on this certification. So therefore, this AFSA is a very key stakeholder. Now tell me, what is the level of interest and what is the level of power of this AFSA? Tell me. AFSA, interest and power. Power is high. What about interest? Interest is also high. Interest is high for the reason that it is actually very active. You know, every 6 months they are doing external checks. So this is not an uninterested party. It has a high interest in the company. Okay. So unlike the government, even though it is also a government body only, but here AFSA has a high interest and a high power. So it's a key stakeholder for the company. Okay. So if at all there's a question around Mendeley matrix, stakeholder management, then AFSA is a key stakeholder with high power and high interest. Next question is next risk that we are facing is customer attraction and retention. Our growth relies on attracting new customers. The intensity of competition and the alternative food choices available to customers makes this an increasing challenge. Customer retention is an industry-wide challenge, as customers often lose interest or are enticed to competitors through promotional offers and incentives. So even though we are also facing a high customer churn, but our customer churn rate is lower than the industry's rate, or our customer retention is higher than the industry's customers retention. Okay. Next is data and information. We hold personal data about all our subscription customers and our suppliers. This data is vulnerable to security incidents and breaches, as the techniques used to obtain unauthorized access or sabotage the systems change frequently. We may be unable to anticipate or prevent such attacks. So the ways how these fraudsters or hackers steal our data, these ways are changing. So therefore, it becomes more and more difficult to prevent such cyber attacks. So this is another risk that we are facing. Now comes the website extracts. Now, please remember, you need to memorize the mission, vision, and the values of the company, because in almost every of the answer that we write, we need to correlate it with what the mission of the company is, or the vision of the company is, or the values of the company is. Mission is to make healthy home cooking simple. The mission is to make healthy home cooking simple. Okay, we're talking about the healthy food, and we want to make the cooking of the healthy food simple and affordable and accessible to everyone. So people who don't know how to cook, people who are young, people who are probably disabled, we are providing them meal kits. Okay, whatever their level of cooking skills is. First is the mission of the company. We want to make it simple, and for this reason we are bringing you all the ingredients. They have been weighed already. They have been portioned already, and you have all the sauces and herbs available at one place. So it has become simple. It is affordable because when you purchase big bottles of sauces from elsewhere, basically you just need a small amount of sauce, but then you end up buying a big bottle, and that bottle goes waste. It gets expired soon. So it's a food wastage, money wastage. So meal kits make this process affordable also and accessible also. So people who don't know how to do cooking, or people who probably are disabled, can also get to cook. Next is the vision of the company: to promote healthy food choices and sustainable food choices. Sustainable basically means here environmentally friendly, so that our customers and the communities we serve can live a healthier life in a healthier world. Okay, so health is the vision of the company, promoting health. Next is the values. We are committed to promoting healthy and convenient food choices, supporting island's food producers in growing and making the highest quality ingredients for our recipes. See, one of the values of the company is to support local farmers. We don't want to support big corporates. We want to support poor farmers, poor suppliers. Next, making positive environmental decisions throughout our value chain, promoting sustainability for the long-term benefit of all our stakeholders through our ESG focus on planet, people, and governance. So ESG means environmental, social, and governance focus. ESG stands for environmental, social, and governance. So we want to promote sustainability for the long-term benefit of all our stakeholders through our ESG focus on this. All right, you know what? A question on EMAS, which is Environmental Reporting Standard, or a question around integrated reporting is likely. From this particular value of the company, since we want to ensure long-term benefit of all stakeholders, and in integrated reporting also we talk about all the stakeholders, okay, and even in EMAS also we talk about all stakeholders. So maybe a question around these two is possible. Next is demonstrating responsible leadership in all the aspects of business activities. So responsible leaders are what? Responsible leaders are ethical leaders who are honest, who are transparent, who do not hide anything from the stakeholders. So maybe on the examination day, in the unseen, the company commits a fraud, or the company is about to offer a bribe or engage in corruption or something. Maybe we have done something wrong. Maybe our food quality is poor, but we are still not doing a product recall. Why? Because we don't want to embarrass ourselves. So we are playing with the health of our customers. Okay, we are not taking any accountability, and we are playing with the health of the customers. In fact, we have got to know this in advance, that the product that we have made, or the meal kits, are not good for consumption. Still, we are not ordering any product recall. So this means we are not exhibiting responsible leadership traits. So in the answer, you need to mention that this is one of the values of the company, that we want to act like a responsible leader. Okay, and we want to be honest. We want to ensure respect. We want to respect our stakeholders. We want to hold ourselves accountable wherever we are wrong. So if this situation arises that we are exhibiting dishonest behavior, then you can always link it back to the values of the company and mention that we are not following the values of the company. Also mention that we are not, yeah, that's it. Yeah, also mention that this is also against the vision of the company. We want to see customers healthy, but if we do not recall a product, if we do not order a product recall, in that case, we are also not going to achieve the vision of the company, and this is also against the values of the company. Okay, clear? Okay, now comes the last part, which is the key performance information. The key performance information of the company. The first one is the revenue. So if I see the revenue of the company, this is how much? This is more than 200, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So around 20 crore, right? So this is more than 22 crores, okay, in 2024. So our revenues have been increasing, which is good. Okay, our revenues are increasing. Why? Because my number of customers are also increasing. Average order size is also increasing, because of which my revenues are increasing, right? But if I talk about my revenue growth rate, this growth rate is reducing. The rate at which my revenue is increasing is reducing. Earlier, my revenue was increasing at 45% every year, and now it is just 18% revenue growth every year, which means that it is a maturing market. It's a mature market now. Because earlier, more and more people, every year, more and more people were interested in buying my services. Now, this revenue growth rate has reduced to just 18%. See, my revenue is growing, but earlier it was growing at a very high pace. Now, this pace has reduced. Is it clear? Any doubts in both these diagrams?
So depending on the revenue growth, can we say that the market will saturate sooner and we need to diversify faster?
The market is going to yes, market is maturing, and it probably see, we also have a lot of scope. We still have a lot of scope, but anyways we have to diversify. If we have to improve our revenue, we need to diversify. Diversification is anyways needed. Like, even if we were not maturing, we needed to diversify. But you can mention that since the revenue growth rate is slowing down, so the market is maturing, so yeah, we need to diversify.
Okay.
Now, if I see here, it is 20 crores and this is 25 crores. If I see this part, so 20 crores and 25 crores. Now it is in the middle. So 2.5, right? It is more than 2.5. So it is around 20, 21, 22, 23. So this figure seems like 23 crores to me. Yeah. So it is 1, 2, it is around 23 crores. Okay. Someone is asking, industry is set to triple in the next decade. See, that is true. That we are going to triple. That's true. But the thing is, slowly we are maturing. But I mean, there's still a lot of time for us to mature. We haven't saturated completely at all. So we haven't saturated, okay? But the revenue growth rate is going down. So just give me 1 second. 75 million, right? What was that figure? You're talking about this, right? Just a second. Yeah, so at the end of 2024, the global meal kit industry was worth over $25 million. So this was the revenue that we were making that time. And it is predicted to grow to, see, that's what I'm saying. Revenue will increase, but the rate at which it is increasing, that is going down. Okay, so it is not completely a mature market yet, but after maybe 2 decades or so, it will. But we are still far away from seeing this maturity in the market. I mean, there's still a lot of time in that. The market growth rate is still very high, even though this market growth rate is reducing, but this market growth rate is still very high. 18% growth rate is there, right? So 18% is still a good growth rate. Okay, fine. It is. I'm just trying to say it is not a growing market. It's not a growing market. Revenue is growing, but the rate at which it is growing is going down. We are saying, Muskan, revenue growth is going down. Yes. Yeah, maybe new customers are engaging. Maybe repeat orders are not coming. That is also the case. So the your proposition is also correct, or maybe it's vice versa. Maybe it's vice versa also. Anything would be possible. Next is revenue per meal. Revenue per meal is similar to average order size, right? Average order size and revenue per meal, they are the same. So the revenue per meal is growing. And in 2024, the revenue per meal was how much? $6.4 per meal. $6.4 per meal. Okay. And at what rate is this increasing? Revenue per meal growth rate is 3.2%. So earlier it used to be 2.1%, and now it has increased to 3.2%, right? So this is revenue per meal. Okay. What was the KPI there? Was it average order value, right? Average order value, right? What was that KPI? The KPI which we saw before, what was that? Average order value. Can you just see from there, Muskan, what the description is of that KPI? What is the description? Can you just read out?
Revenue divided by the total number of orders in a given period.
Okay. I don't understand one thing. Why have they used two different terms? So one is average order value, another is revenue per meal. Is there any difference between the two? They haven't told this. So what do you guys think? What is the difference between average order value and revenue per meal? Have they given this as a KPI? Is revenue per meal a KPI?
Ma'am, I think so. I may be wrong.
पहले ये बताओ KPI में KPI की list में revenue per meal is given there?
No, ma'am.
It's not given. Okay, now you tell me, Vishali, yes, what are you saying?
Initially they may be given some discount or something, then the, customer are paying higher price, normal price matlab, without discount, so revenue grow per meal can grow. I think so.
Please repeat एक बार और.
Initially ma'am, initially there may be some discount to the customers, then customers are happy with our product, suppose, and then they are making frequent orders. Then in that frequent order we are not giving discount, we are charging normal price. So when we are charging normal price, so now our revenue per meal increased because now we are not giving discount to that old customers, repeat customers. So might be revenue per meal can grow.
I'm yet to check this thing. See, if it is actually different, they will give you this thing in the unseen. They will give you more information in the unseen because they haven't really explained what revenue per meal is.
So, because in Dubai, generally, I see all the meal kit providers giving high discount like 50%, 40% here, and then after second order or third order, they are charging normal price for the meal kit. So it is prevalent here generally. So I thought so.
Someone else was also saying something.
Hi, Lakshman here. I believe revenue per order, maybe one order have a multiple meal order. So that reason this is two different KPI uses.
Yeah, they haven't explained what do they mean by meal. Like, is one order one meal or is one order considered 3 meals? What exactly? Maybe I think, in the unseen, they will share this information. They will share the formula with us. Yeah, so there are two terms. So one is average order value.
Average order value is given in the KPI.
Average order value is given, yes.
Yeah.
So how have they said? How have they computed that?
Total revenue divided by the total number of orders in a given period.
By total number of orders.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, fine. I think let's leave this because we really don't know how have they calculated. So they will give it to us in unseen. So total meals it should be, right, in a given period. So maybe one order doesn't mean one meal. Maybe one order, if in a single order I've ordered 5 meals, means 5 portions, means 5 serves. So maybe it is total meals will be 5 instead of 1. Okay, what you can do, you can check on Google also how do they calculate revenue per meal, but I suggest don't do this. They will give this information in the unseen. See, they have to be two different things because they have used two different terms. One is average order value, one is revenue per meal. So
ma'am, one more KPI is given, average order value, which is $38 in the next page of Preseen.
Where?
Next page of Preseen.
Average order value is also given.
Yes, there is $38 per order value. Last page.
Average order value. So obviously they are different.
So an average revenue per meal is 6.3 per dollar.
Correct.
So it may be possible.
Definitely. So this means that so let's say if I have ordered I've placed one order in which I ordered 4 meals. So one order is equal to 4 meals. So that was per meal and that is per order. Maybe that is the case.
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
Ideally they should have put this in the KPI only. So when they have explained the meaning of average order value in the KPI, they should have explained revenue per meal is also in the KPI. But since they haven't done this, they might put this in the unseen. And if at all they don't put it in the unseen also, this means that this information is not relevant. I mean, we don't have to analyze it any further. Okay.
Ma'am, yeah, I think one wheel would mostly contain more than one
order. One order might contain more than 1 meal.
One meal, yes.
So one order may be 1 meal also, and one order may be more than that.
Yeah, but different scenarios. So maybe on the basis of that, they have calculated.
Correct. But ideally, since they are using these terms in the pre-scene, they should have put this in the KPI only. I think they have missed it out, and this is a mistake actually. But never mind. I think they will explain this in the unseen. If they don't, then it's not even. We don't even need to analyze it further if they don't explain it in the unseen. Okay. So we were seeing which part? Revenue per meal, right? Revenue per meal is also growing. It is how much? It is $6.38, $6.38, and now it has this revenue per meal is also growing. Okay, revenue per meal is also growing. So maybe the customers are opting for expensive meals. So that is why the revenue growth rate is increasing. It is 3.2% now. Muskan is saying whole order value is not our revenue. So out of $38 of order value, only 6.4 is ours. No, not at all. See, order value and revenue, it's the same only. It's the total amount that the company is earning from us, from the customers. It's not the profit element. Both of them mean the revenue only. It's just that the denominator is different. I think in the revenue per meal, we are talking about total number of meals. Okay. And in the order value, average order value, we are talking about in the denominator, we need to put total number of orders. Maybe that. But it is revenues only. Okay. Next is total meals delivered. See, now they're not talking about orders. They're saying meals. So total meals delivered. So यहाँ पे meals and orders are different. They will explain it in the unseen, likely. Now total meals delivered in 2020-2024. So in 2024, the number of meals delivered are more than 350 lakhs or 3.5 crores. Okay. So we have delivered these many meals in the year 2024. And these are meals. These are not orders, but meals. So if in a single order, if let's say I have ordered 10 meals, so I have considered 10 meals here. When I calculated the total number of meals, I have calculated all the meals, number of meals that I have ordered in that order. Yes, Muskan. One order can have multiple meals. So let's say I am a family of 10 and I ordered 10 meals. So it is one order, but the number of meals are 10. So total meals delivered is more than 3.5 crores in 2024. And this has been increasing. Number of meals, the absolute number is increasing. But again, the rate of growth is reducing. The rate of growth is reducing. Earlier, there was a 42% growth in the total meals that we delivered. Now it has reduced to 15%. Okay. Next is the active customers. So they have already explained the meaning of active customers, right? Active customers are those people who have placed at least one order in the last 3 months. Active customers are, we have 5 lakh active customers in 2024, but this growth is again going down. So the number of active customers has reduced to, the rate at which the active customers are growing has reduced from 37% to 13%. So this growth rate has reduced. Okay. Now the meaning of active customers, they have already explained. The meaning of average order value, they have already explained. Average order value is how much? It is more than $38. This is more than $38. Okay. And average order value growth rate. Okay, this growth rate, this rate of growth is increasing, which means that maybe the customers are going for expensive orders, means expensive meals. Okay, yeah. See, the revenue per meal is also growing, and the rate at which the revenue per meal is growing is also growing. So it is 3.2%. Okay. Now, if you see this trajectory, 2.1%, 2%, 2.3, 3.2. Now tell me the statistics for average order value growth rate. Is it the same?
Yes, ma'am.
Same, exactly the same.
So does
Exactly
the number of meals and the orders are rising the same proportion?
No, I'm just asking you the average order value ka growth rate. Is it the same? 2.1, 2.2, 2.3,
Yes.
3.4, 3.2. Okay, fine. And there it is $38, right? $38 per order. This thing. And here we have just a second. आप calculate कर लो 6.2 plus 6.4 divided by 2 is how much? Can you please calculate this?
6.3.
It is 6.3. Okay. So we are in the middle somewhere here. तो 6.3 की जगह कितना होगा ये? 130 बचा है ना, तो maybe 6.4. 6.4 तो नहीं है, of course. It is a bit more than 6.3. Okay. So what you can do is 6.3 plus 6.4 divided by 2 is how much?
6.35.
6.35. So yeah, it is approximately 6.35. $6.35. Okay. Revenue per meal is $6.35. Okay. Yes, Shaman, you were asking something.
Ma'am, I mean, I had a thought. Isn't the I forgot my question. Yeah, so how the way they calculate active customers is basically one order placed in 3 months. Isn't that a little unjustified considering the revenue growth? So shouldn't they consider like order placed in a month? Maybe that's the maximum criteria.
No. Just a second. Active customers are those people who have ordered at least once in the last 3 months. That is how we calculate the total number of active customers. But when it comes to revenue, what was your question again?
No, I actually mixed up my question. I forgot my question only.
Okay, think about it. You can just put this in the chat later.
Yeah.
Okay, but how we calculate active customers has nothing to do with how we calculate revenue. Revenue is the actual revenue coming from actual customers.
Yeah, no, ma'am. My question was actually something different. I'm not able to recall it.
Okay.
दिमाग खराब है फिर अब 10 बजे तक.
Happened?
Oh, sorry, ma'am.
Okay, Lakshman is saying maybe the price of order or meal has increased. Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously, both the things are possible, Lakshman and everyone else. So since my order value is increasing and my value per meal is also increasing, so maybe the meal price has increased, or maybe the customers have now they're now trying more expensive options, more expensive meal options. Earlier they were going for cheaper ones, now they are trying out more expensive ones, or maybe the prices of those meals have increased. Okay, fine. Okay, so we are done with this till this. Now comes the active customers. Active customers are growing, and now the rate. Okay, active customers growth rate has reduced. Okay, fine. So people who were placing at least one order in 3 months, even that has gone down. Sorry, that has not gone down, but the rate at which that figure was growing has gone down. So earlier that rate was growing at 37%. Now this growth rate has reduced to 13%. All right. Okay. So maybe the customers are switching away to rivals, or maybe they are not even, they have switched to ready to eat meals, or maybe they have started cooking on their own. Whatever the case, whatever the reason may be, but our customers' growth rate is reducing. Next is the average order value. So it is a little more than $38. And even the average order value growth rate is increasing, which means people are going for expensive meals. Maybe the price of the meals has increased, or maybe people are deliberately opting expensive meals. Okay. Now, in this chart, see, we have been given these graphs, right? So if I see the first one is very simple, revenue. Revenue is given in the KPI list. The first KPI is revenue only. The second KPI is revenue per meal. It is not given in the KPI, but it is given in this graph. So maybe they will explain how they have calculated revenue per meal in the ANSI. Okay? Total meals delivered is self-explanatory. It's self-explanatory how many meals have we delivered. It is not number of orders, it is meals delivered by me. And this meal is more than 3.5 crores. Okay. Next is active customers. They have already given this in the KPI list, and they have explained how to calculate active customers. Average order value was again a part of KPI. They have explained how to calculate this. Next is annual order placed per customer. Again, that has not been explained in the KPI list. So maybe they will give an explanation in the unseen. Now, annual order placed per customer. Okay. Now what? What do we mean by customer? Do we mean actual customers, or do we mean active customers? We don't know this. Okay, we don't know this. Whether this customer is active or real actual customer. So how do we calculate this? Just a second. Annual orders placed are how many? 12 orders. So 12 orders, I'll tell you, Pratyush. So 12 orders have been placed on an average in 2024 per customer. Fine. Now this rate has also been, the rate of growth has been reducing. Earlier the rate of growth was around 4.6%, and now the rate of growth in this also has reduced to 1.7%. Okay. So how do we calculate this figure? Annual orders placed.
Order per customer is given in the KPI also.
Order per customer is how much?
Number of orders in a given period divided by the number of active customers in the same period.
Okay. Just a second. Let me read it. What is given? You are saying active customers. Order per customer. Okay, order per customer is given now. But that is annual order placed per customer. Okay. But यहाँ पे तो देखो, it is different ना. यहाँ पे तो it is given in a given time period. This time period could be 3 months also. Okay. But here we are talking about annual order placed, so which means we are talking about 12 months. Okay. So this given period might be 12 months. They are yet to tell it to us. But for now, I can see there's a difference between these two KPIs. Because here it is order per customer, number of orders divided by number of active customers in the same period. So what period are we referring to here? We don't know. But here we are talking about 12-month period only. So that is the difference. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe these two things are the same only. Maybe it's just a mistake. Maybe they had to write annual orders. Maybe by mistake they skipped annual word here. Maybe. Okay. I think they mean the same only. Orders per customer and annual order per customer. I think it's the same. But let's see it from the unseen. Okay. So that is 12. Okay. Okay. Now tell me, do you have any doubts? Any doubts? We are done with the Preseen initial analysis. Yes. Anyone has any doubts? We are done with the initial analysis, and then I'll be doing some questions tomorrow. We'll discuss questions as well as answers. Okay, Muskan, can you send this question to me, because the time is already up? But you can send this question on WhatsApp. Tomorrow we will discuss this. And tomorrow's timings are the same, 5 to 10 p.m. Okay. And also one more thing, everyone, I'll be sharing my notes tonight itself. Okay, those will be draft. I'll have to update them even further. Okay, but whatever I'll share, I'll be putting this on my LinkedIn. Okay, I won't put it in the GT group because I've got so many groups. So the better thing would be I'll be posting it on LinkedIn. If you're connected with me, great. Otherwise, you can just send me a request and I'll be posting this content. And other than what do you call it? Other than these pre-seen notes, I might put some video or two also. Yeah, Ivana, someone from GT would be posting the recording tomorrow. Okay, but this is my ID. You can send me a request. With what data, Pratyush? कौन सा data? The graphs. Okay, so Pratyush, there won't be any direct question from the graphs. Okay, they will simply quote this thing that, you know, the customer churn rate is high, or maybe just a second. So they will just put that the customer churn rate is high, or you know, we are losing revenue. So you just have to quote these figures in your answer. Okay, you just need to quote this in your answer that I mean this is increasing for so and so reason, or the average order value is increasing at a high rate, maybe because people are. So you just have to use these figures in your answer. There won't be a direct question on that. Okay, there won't be a direct question on that. You just have to use these figures in the answer. Is it clear? मतलब जब भी आप बोलोगे ना कि अपने आंसर में कि देखो हमारा जो ऑर्डर वैल्यू है वो इंक्रीज हो रहा है, डिक्रीज हो रहा है, जो भी हो रहा है, so then you have to I mean in your answer you just have to use these statistics. There won't be a direct question on these statistics. Fine, clear? So Lakshmi, you posted this question right about the recordings. So I don't think someone would do it today because it's already late, but tomorrow someone would be posting.
Okay, ma'am, no issue.
Fine. And send me a request here. Okay, I'll be posting all the notes and some other content, maybe some videos I'll be releasing. Question list, yes. I'll just send me a request on this LinkedIn ID because I'll be posting a lot of content. It gets very difficult to manage multiple groups. So better is that I'll be posting all this content in a single post tonight, maybe around 1 a.m. Okay, give me some time. Format, I've shared yesterday, not yesterday, I think a few days back, I shared the latest formats. You have doubts, you can ask me. Yeah, you can ask me tomorrow also if you want. Okay, tell me what doubt you have in the format.
Ma'am, in the briefing notes, should we like start with briefing notes? Like, should we write briefing notes at the top and then start
Yes,
with
yes.
two?
Yes, we need to first give a heading, briefing notes, and then two.
Okay, and in email, do we need to write the email IDs like because in the back answer key, I saw like they were writing the email IDs.
Okay, they had written email IDs. You know, we don't usually do that because they won't give you email IDs. Like, did they give it in the question itself? That this is the ID of the CFO.
Okay, like chief financial officer at let's say some company's name. So we don't need to write that.
No, I'm just asking you that did they give you the email ID of the addressee in the question itself?
No, they did not.
In that case, just mention the name of the CFO, or even if you don't want to mention the name, just mention to CFO.
Okay, all right. And ma'am, in whatever formats is the conclusion or summary required?
In what kind of question? See, wherever they ask you for a recommendation, then give a recommendation. Okay, and else there's no need for a recommendation or a conclusion.
Okay, so there's no specification that in this particular format you have to write a conclusion or a summary.
See, if they ask you a recommendation, then you have to give a recommendation.
Okay, all right.
Okay, that is very simple. I mean, you just have to write recommendation, and then in 4 or 5 lines, you can complete the recommendation, a single paragraph.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
And okay, just a reminder, everyone, I've put my LinkedIn profile in the chat box. I'll be putting this content tonight here itself in the LinkedIn ID. Okay, and maybe it will take me a couple of hours to put the content. But I'll be doing that tonight. Okay. Anything else? Any doubt? Now tell me, was it fruitful? Was this analysis fruitful today? Okay, thank you so much. Okay. So this is the list. Okay, I've made this 50-60 pages. So I'll be putting this tonight only in the on the LinkedIn. Okay, fine. Okay, Lakshman, do you have any doubts? I think you joined late, right, today?
So I joined approximately 8:30. It's too late actually.
8:30. Okay,
Yes,
I
yes.
thought you joined just 10-15 minutes back.
No, 8:30.
Okay, all right, okay. So all the best, everyone. Tomorrow's timings. Ahmed, what are you saying? Tomorrow you'll be late. Okay, the timings stay the same, 5 to 10 p.m. tomorrow as well. But no worries, you will get the recordings. Okay. Okay, bye
Discuss
everyone.
questions tomorrow.
We'll discuss questions only tomorrow. Questions. Okay.
5 to
So
10.
whatever we can discuss tomorrow, 5 to 10. Yeah. Whatever we get to discuss, we'll discuss. Else, you'll get my complete notes.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. But today I'll be sharing these notes, but tomorrow I'm going to update them further. I'll be adding a few more questions to the list. So keep checking my LinkedIn. I'll even post this in the group. So whenever I make an update, I'll post this in the group.
Okay.
Fine. Okay. Bye everyone. Have dinner.
Thank you, ma'am.
All the best. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Welcome. Bye. And let's stay connected on LinkedIn as well. Okay. Bye everyone.